And if you're just joining us, we are live here at MOC Floyd Valley, the home of the Dutch.
Yes.
And I've got Josh Haken in the booth. He's doing his inaugural broadcast here during the JV game and getting a feel for live radio here. It's not lost on me. Their television news group is going on to All-State in Ames, Iowa. That's coming up. Is that next weekend?
Next week, yeah. We'll be down in Ames next week. So.
Next week. And is your group selected for performance of that?
Yes, yeah.
So you're going to be performing that? That's great.
Right.
So I just asked kind of off the cuff here, kind of goaded this young man into it here. He's going to give it a try until halftime.
Yes,
yeah. And it'll be fun. We've got a JV game followed by a varsity game here. It's the last regular season game for our Mustang Boys crew here. And so we've got JV boys followed by varsity. The girls finished their regular season last night at Hartley Melvin Sanborn. And so their season is completed. And now we've got one more regular season game tonight, and then our boys will face their first opponent after a bye in the tournament next Thursday night, the 16th, and that'll be at the 8 o'clock game at GLR. Do you know the name of the team you're facing?
We'll be playing the winner of Grettinger, Terrell, Ruthven, Ayrshire, and Hartley Melvin Sanborn. So.
All right, so that'll be a great outcome to find out who wins that. That game is actually being played Tuesday night. Is that right?
Monday
night. Okay.
Yeah.
And that Monday night game is at HMS.
Yeah.
So HMS with their home court advantage for that first round, and then they'll come to GLR, the winner of that game, to face GLR at the 8 o'clock game. I believe there's a 6:30 game. Is that right?
There is, yeah.
6:30 game for another part of the bracket, and so that'll be fun. Well, we've got 2.5 minutes here until the starting lineups are announced. I don't know how much fanfare they're going to have for the starting lineups here in the JV game, but we'll be back to bring you that. We're going to let you hear from our sponsors at Northwest Consultants.
Jim McConnell here, inviting you to dribble down to Northwest Consultants in George so we can pass along a quote to you on your insurance policies. We will screen our list of companies and then basketball fans, Jim McConnell here, inviting you to dribble down to Northwest Consultants in George so we can pass along a quote to you on your insurance policy. We will screen our list of companies and then... Hello, basketball fans. Jim McConnell here, inviting you to dribble down to Northwest Consultants in George so we can pass along a quote to you on your insurance policies. We will screen our list of companies and then shoot you the best deal possible. We're sure you will jump for joy at the low cost and great coverage we can give you on your home, business, farm, auto, health, and life insurance. Give me or Vonda a call at 475-2610 or stop in and see us at our office in George, where you can have all your insurance policies in one basket. Go Mustangs!
Case for your new iPhone. Treeshell. When you need a case for your iPad. Treeshell.com. When you need a case for your iOS devices. Nobody makes them near as nice as Treeshell.com. For really good products that are made from wood. Treeshell.com. Nobody makes them near as good as Treeshell. Treeshell.com. 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 Treeshell.com.
Visit treeshell.com today.
We sell tree shell at the e-store. Treeshell.com.
Be sure to visit treeshell.com for all of your phone case needs. I'll show you this. This is a tree shell case on this phone right here. Treeshell.com. On the internet, they sell cases. Did you know that? Now your mic should be live there.
Right. Okay.
And we're going to be center tipping here in a moment. Mustangs will be sending.
So Blake Johnson wearing number 1, Parker Netton number 20 out there, Cole Stave number 40, Carson Stave will be wearing number 22, and Aaron Hangay jumping number 12 there.
Boy, Aaron had a good tip there, but it was controlled there by the Dutch.
Yep.
And let's see, they've got number 50 out there, and he's not in the list. Would you believe it? Parker Netton quickly ahead on the break. Parker driving up. That shot high and off the back of the rim. No good, but a good putback from Hayengay. Aaron Hayengay with his first bucket here on the night. And the icebreaker, 2-0. Dutch working right to left. They're on the left side of the circle there. The back underneath to 52, driving in, and he is double dribbled.
52, he's a pretty big boy out there.
He's a big fella, but he's not in the list. How can he not be on the list?
Oh, if you switch it around.
Maybe he's on the varsity
Riley
list.
Fedders.
Riley.
Sophomore, 6'5" it says.
Riley Fedders.
Parker hitting a 3.
Parker drains the 3 from the wing. It's 2 minutes gone already. 5-0 Mustangs. Is it a 7-minute quarter in this?
Yes, I believe so.
Okay, because that couldn't hardly be 2 minutes gone. It's down to 6 minutes here already.
Yeah.
Pass inside to number 5-0. The ball's tipped around. Fedders with the putback up and no good. Rebound strong inside, and it's a lay off the front of the rim by Gage Fisher for a 2-pointer. First 2 points for the Dutch. So here comes Parker across the timeline. Now to Hayengay right side. Hayengay inside to Stave. Off the glass, and a strong move by Stave. That's Carson's first bucket on the night, I believe. 7-2 Mustangs. Good fundamental move there with the shot off the glass by Carson. And that free throw is up and good as well. So here come the Dutch. This is number 10, Eli de Grotenhuis, working on pressure from Blake Johnson. They both wear a jersey with the number 1 on it, but Blake is number 1 and de Grotenhuis number 10, and number 10 drops in the 3 ball from the left side.
It's going to happen with that zone the Mustangs are playing there.
Yeah, he kicked in between the seams of that zone and had a nice open look there. There's Blake to Stave. That shot is up and too strong off the back of the side of the board, no good rather. Now to Blake with a reach foul on number 4, Luke Andres. And Blake nearly had the steal there, but he's whistled for the reach-in foul. And number 50, is he on the back page too? Let's see, 50 is Austin Jeltema. He'll inbound to his teammate number 14, Gage Fisher. Fisher at the top of the key. They'll take the skip pass over to Grotenhuis. They'll try it again to the right side. They're going down to the baseline, cut off. And here's Fedders driving in. Very strong move and a nice put in from about 8 feet. Fedders with a 2-point basket. So just like that, it's 8-7. Mustangs still in the lead, but facing a comeback. Here's Hayengay with a 3 ball and in and out. Fedders with a good rebound. Nearly stolen from behind. Cole Stave had a hand on it. And 50. Here is number 50. That shot's no good. Blake out rebounded by number 14, Gage Fisher, but Mustangs come out of there with it. There'll be a ball tipped out of bounds, and that's number 50 again. Let's get his name on the front page here. That's Austin Jeltema.
You see Joe Anderson, number 21, checks in for Parker Netton.
So Parker taking a seat here, 3:55 on the clock. Anderson top of the key, now around the corner to Hayengay. They'll skip it to Blake and wide open for a 3. It's off the back of the rim, too strong.
Too strong,
Number 30, Roman Stokes with the rebound. They're quickly ahead, and both of the Dutchmen had the same idea. That was Grossman and which other player was down there? Number 24 and number 30, Stokes and Grossman battled over it and knocked it out of each other's hands. Mustangs take the ball to the front court. Blake Johnson in control. Gonna pass it into Stave, over to Johnson again. A 3-ball again, and that one's good. Found the range, did Blake. It's good to see. 11-7, the Mustangs in the early going here. Grossman now over to the corner. That shot is turned away before it's a shot. Now it'll be left side, top of the key, right side again. They're going to try it into Jeltema. Now to Grossman at the elbow. Jeltema 3-ball up, and that one's good for Austin Jeltema. They really worked on that until they got him open, didn't they?
Yep.
11-10. Trading 3-pointers makes it a 1-point game again. Pass inside to Carson. Now out to Hayengay. Top of the key, Joe Anderson. 2:44 to go. Blake Johnson now inside to Stave. Cole will get it to Joe Anderson. Joe with a jump stop, and that shot's off the back of the rim. No good, but a good rebound by Stave to his brother. Up and nice and good shot there. Up and nice and good. Say that 3 times fast. Yeah. Carson Stave from Cole Stave, and the basket's good. We got 2-player 30s out there. It's exciting. Both player 30s playing catch with it, so I don't know which one it was, but here's Stave, top of the key, Hayengay. Anderson, right wing. Anderson inside to Cole, dishing out. Hayengay now. Blake again for 3. That one's no good. 13-10, our score, just under 2 minutes to go. Got player 30 on the left side. Top of the key now under the Jeltema. 30's going to take a 3-pointer, and it's good. I've got 30 as Roman Stokes. I want to keep him as Roman Stokes. So
that ties the game up at 13 here with 1:30 left in the first.
There's a pass inside. Nice position there from Carson. He was over his position got him to be fouled from behind with an over the back. Roman Stokes whistled for that. We're going to have a bunch of substitutions in here for the Dutchman.
3 new guys for the Mustangs as well here.
We've got a Haken in there and a Klingenberg, right? Jaden.
Yep, and Parker Netton.
Parker Netton back in. Parker, was that him on the drive? That was Parker took it into the paint. Nice move.
Good strong move, yeah.
Good move by Parker. He's got a 3-pointer and a 2-pointer, right?
Yeah.
On the left side, and pass inside the ball to Jeltema. He'll dish it back out. He'll take it the other way, and that ball with a hand in his face drops the 3. Well, Austin Jeltema is up here listed as number 12, but he's wearing a 52 or a 50 blazer. So I'm going to keep it on there. So there's a pass to Jaden Klinkenberg. Joe Anderson, nice move to the basket. Right down the right side of the paint. And a strong move for Joe Anderson.
3 by number 4, off too strong. Blake Johnson gets the rebound, transitioning into the front court. Gets it to Parker Netton for 3, short. Matt Haken gets the board.
Haken's going to be whistled, isn't he, for a
over the back,
kind of an out of position reach. 16-17, the Dutch are trailing here. 22 seconds. Haken had a good look inside, didn't get that shot to fall, and then he got whistled for a foul here. It stopped the clock. That's going to put Nathan Klinkenberg in to the lineup. And who just sat down there? Blake,
it looks like.
Blake took a seat. 20 seconds left to go here. 17-16, Mustangs in the lead. So the Dutchman here playing catch with it. 7 seconds. Now they're going to try Jeltema. Jeltema, nice move to the baseline. Parker's going to run out of time. Good if it goes. Perfect looking shot, and off the back of the rim, no good. That ends our first period of play. 18-17, MOC with a 1-point lead after one. They trailed most of this first period and came back with a quick move to the baseline with about 2 or 3 seconds left. And that's the end of the first period of play. So we're going to let you hear again from some of our sponsors. We'll be back right after this.
This is Craig Manson, branch manager of Security Savings Bank in George. Now is a great time to stop in and discuss crop loans. We can help you make sound decisions about your farming operation for the upcoming year. I grew up on a farm and understand the challenges and benefits that go along with farming. I will take time to understand your unique farm operation and the situations you face. Our loans are approved locally by people you know. For help with your farm loans, count on Security Savings Bank of Larchwood, Inwood, George, and Canton. Member FDIC.
So we're going to start the second period of play here with 7 minutes on the clock. Mustangs trailing by 1 here, 18-17 in the first period score. And Craig Johnson alongside Josh Haken. Josh in his inaugural broadcast here on the GLR Radio Network. Peyton Grant Malden into the paint, and it's going to rattle home for him.
Gets it to fall.
Nice soft touch on it. Shooter's roll prevails. That puts Malden at the line for an and one as well. Smooth player. He's really got some good moves there.
Yeah.
Took it into the paint and made it 3 points at a time, the old-fashioned way. Mustangs now with a 2018 lead. There's a pass inside. Nice play, and then out to Fetters. Fetters out. And that, oh boy, did he get a nice pass. But he blew the bunny shot, and Mustangs come out of there with it. Nathan Klingenberg got fouled at the half-court mark. And that was just kind of a careless foul by Gage Fisher there.
That's in a second, so I hope he,
hope he catches on, right?
Yeah.
So we're going to have an inbound play here, 6:20 to go. Parker Netton, Nathan Klinkenberg. Nato pops the three. That one's off the front of the rim, no good. And rebound to Jeltema. Jeltema will hand it off to Grotenhuis. And Eli will try to set something up for the Dutch. Luke Andres, I should say. Now to Grotenhuis, skip pass. No joy inside. The ball cut off, and it's last touch by the Dutch. They threw it over the head of number 24, Nicholas Grossman. So under 6 minutes to go here in the half. Mustangs with a 2018 lead and the basketball. Peyton Malden. Blake, nice pass inside. Inside out again to Jaden Klingenberg. Skip pass to Parker, takes it baseline. Comes through, threads the needle, but no luck there. And Grotenhuis tracks it down in the corner. He's going to take it up to his teammate and now ahead. But Malden with the long arms took it away. Parker had the... had the move, but
led him too much.
Peyton led him a little too far. That's a good way to put it. Led him a little too much. And that's a turnover on the Mustangs. 5:25 to go. Kind of a good evenly matched set of teams here we're watching.
Yep.
To Grotenhuis, Jeltema, and Andres playing catch at the top of the key. Nice pass underneath to Fetters. Fetters just 6'5".
Yeah,
just a strong fella there. He's a pretty good sized guy.
Yep, that
and took a nice pass to make that 2-point shot there. I think he's got 4 points. That ties the score at 20. There's Nathan Klinkenberg, top of the key, into Malden. Malden with the ball fake, kind of a partially blocked shot and a good save in bounds by Jeltema. To Grotenhuis will take it now. They'll reset. He keeps his dribble alive. He's going to get it off to Andres. Now to the right side, inside to Fetters from the free throw line. That one's no good, and a good rebound. Blake Johnson skying for that board. Jaden now back to Blake. Three ball on the wood, and it's perfect for Blake.
That was a nice shot by Blake there.
He's got 2 made threes here. Gives the Mustangs a 3-point lead. That's the difference in the ball game right there. That last shot. We got a timeout on the floor.
Yeah, timeout by the Dutch.
So we're going to jump over to one of our sponsors here. Or is that a 30-second timeout? We don't even really have time to get to our sponsors, do we? We're going to keep it here. You're listening to the GLR Radio Network.
You're listening to the GLR Radio Network.
Is there an echo in here? I'm glad you're listening. Glad you're tuned in here tonight. And we're here to bring you the JV game as a bonus. A lot of these JV games don't get broadcast, so we're here to bring you that as a special treat. And then we'll have the varsity game on the heels of that whenever this one's done. So stay tuned here tonight. Last regular season game here for the Mustangs, the Mustang fellas. And so, boy, there's a ball tipped and Mustangs take away the ball. Blake Johnson collects the loose ball and brings it up to Parker Netton. Parker to the corner to Peyton. Gonna step on the line. Took it baseline, and I think his defender forced him out of bounds, and so it'll be Dutchman basketball. They're bringing in the pep band and everything for this tonight.
Yeah, yes, they are.
They're not letting anything go to waste here. Here's a shot from Jeltima. That shot's no good. Tipped out over the head back to Eli to Grotenheis, and now Jeltima again right side to Grotenheis left. They're trying to get it into Fetters. Fetters battling with Stave. Boy, there's a good pass inside to number 3-0, Roman Stokes. They've got 2 players scoring points here on the number 30.
Yeah.
Blake with a good crossover move, got himself free. It's going to be a over the back call on Cole. Yeah, Cole whistled for the out of position reach there. And you have to admit, that's a pretty hard guy to rebound over.
Yeah, it is, yeah. Aaron Henge checks in for Parker Netton.
23-22, Mustangs still in the lead here. And Jeltima with a three-pointer, second one of the night here. Check that third one.
Yeah, that's what
third one of the night.
One.
9 points from three-point land for Austin Jeltima. Makes it a 25-23 game. Hayengay drives the baseline, turned away, now to Stave. That shot's up and
good offensive rebound.
Great rebound from Peyton. Good job. Good putback from Peyton Malden. 5 points already for Peyton. 25 all. So what is this defense the Mustangs are running right here? Is it a zone?
It was looking, it's kind of hard to tell, I guess.
Are they cloaking the defense? It looked like they were doing a zone earlier, and now it looks like they might be more of a man-to-man.
Yeah, that's the same thing I was thinking there.
We got a inbounds play under their own basket here. They'll get it into Fetters. They'll swing it out to Jeltima. Now to Grotenheis. He'll turn and burn with a three-pointer of his own, 28-25. Just hit him in rhythm, didn't they?
Yeah.
Just turned around and dropped that one in. So here's Carson now to Hayengay. Hayengay drives in. I think he's going to get whistled for, is that a travel?
Oh, the ref called it
offensive foul on Hayengay, yeah. I thought it was going to be a bad call or a bad against our team. Wasn't a bad call, I don't mean that, but so to Grotenheis will bring it across. Dutchmen have finally broken the ice here, and they've gotten a lead, but a good defensive play that time by Blake Johnson.
Yeah.
How did he do that?
He's a quick little man.
Got his hand in it, and that was last touched by Jeltima. So Mustangs with 1:40 to go here. There's a wheel play there, and they're going to get it to Peyton Malden. Now he'll dish it off to Stave. Boy, they lost the handle on that pass. Blake Johnson gets into the Mix nearly takes it away. Roman Stokes to Grotenheis. To Grotenheis baseline. Nice move, but no joy. And Peyton gets there first. He's on the break. And he skids to a stop just in front of the MOC Floyd Valley Dutch mat on the wall after that foul. $1:22 on the clock, and it'll be Parker Netton and Matt Haken coming back in for the Mustangs. So Malden will do the inbounding underneath the Mustangs' own basket. That's good design play there. Boy, good defense though by the Dutch. Mustangs had a good open look there to Carson Stave, and they collapsed on him and kind of blocked that ball back out of bounds. It'll be Mustang basketball. Fedders coming out, and number 2-4, Nicholas Grossman in his stead. And the entry pass comes into Parker. Matt Haken, nice play inside the, what is that called right there? The halfway mark on the paint. Kind of the mid-post position.
Yeah.
Right on the side of the lane, and he drops that one in. Here's Jeltema, three-point threat, hits his fourth. Good grief, Austin Jeltema, 12 points from three-point land. It makes it a 4-point lead here. Parker Netton, there's a dangerous pass, and Mustangs lose the handle on it. Jeltema again, three-pointer, and drops it in. That guy is lethal from three. Kind of a lanky fella to be shooting that, but he's dropped in 5 of them here in the first half.
He's hitting.
Woo, and I think you can tell from his reaction that he's feeling it.
Yeah.
Woo. So 38 seconds left. That has built them up to a 7-point lead here. It's been an unusually close game, and now with a couple of quick threes, they have worked their way into a 7-point lead here with just under 40 seconds to play in the first half. So that buzzer sounding means that the timeout is over. They're going to come back to live action here.
See if the Mustangs can cut down on this lead yet before halftime.
Yep, they need to get a good shot here. To go to the right side to Malden. There's a dangerous cross-court pass. Jeltema takes it away. Jeltema against Blake Johnson. No call. Blake took a big hit there, but kind of a neutral call, I guess, so no call at all. The Mustangs give another 2 points to the Dutch there, and there's a baseline move by Carson Stave, and he's fouled on the way to the basket. Good basketball move there by Carson. He's at the line with 12 seconds. And that foul is on number 2-4, is that right?
Yes.
Nicholas Grossman.
That's what it looks like, yep.
Stave's free throw off the front of the rim, no good. Second one on the way. That one's perfect for Carson. He's got 6 points here in this half. Steal from behind from Blake Johnson. He's got 6 seconds. He's going to pull up, get it across court to the corner. Peyton Grant Malden from three. And Haken with the tip as the buzzer sounds, and the Mustangs had a good look there, but came up empty on that possession. But a good opportunity nonetheless. So that's the end of our
first half.
36-28 our score. And I don't know how long you're going to be able to hang out here, but I appreciate you hanging in the booth, giving us some good insight to the teams and what's happening on the floor. So we'll be back after this.
Northwest Iowa Grain and Crane for all your grain handling needs. Take advantage of their winter discounts now in full swing. Their competitive price advantage means you get what you need at the right price every time. But book early before their year fills up. WeMoveBins.com on the internet and from A to B as well. Yes, they move bins, buy, sell, and service them too. located on Highway 18 between Hull and Boyden. WeMoveBins.com is the website for Northwest Iowa Grain and Grain. WeMoveBins.com's the destination for anything you need to handle your grain. Looking anywhere else would be in vain. Call Northwest Iowa Grain and Grain. WeMoveBins.com. Corner Service in Little Rock is the place to go for all your vehicle maintenance needs. From oil changes to overhauls, get a set of new tires or even wiper blades to help with visibility. Let the professionals at Corner Service keep your vehicles running smoothly all year long. Their service station is located at 415 Main Street in Little Rock, and they can be reached by phone at 712-479-2794. That's Corner Service, Main Street in Little Rock, 479-2794. You're listening to the GLR Radio Network.
School Gymnasium here in Orange City. MOC Floyd Valley Dutchman leading at halftime in the JV matchup in our boys game, 36-28. And Craig Johnson joined in the broadcast booth here by the ever-present, the infamous Isabel. So Isabel is in the booth. Isabel's in the house. And she's keeping stats like none other. Anything interesting in the stats column here for the first half?
I don't think so. I don't know.
Nothing too crazy. There's 6 turnovers by Mustangs, 8 by MOC Floyd Valley. And we're getting ready to start the second half of play. Orange City will have, or the Dutchman rather, will have the ball to start the third period. These are 7-minute quarters here. It's a junior varsity game.
MOC didn't have to shoot any free throws at all during the first half.
No, they didn't. So Mustangs on defense here, looking like they're putting a zone defense together here. Nice pass inside. That ball's up and off the rim and good for Roman Stokes. Roman with 7 points here, 2 right off the bat here. Parker netting across the timeline for the Mustangs. Inside to Carson Stave. Parker to the right wing. Now Hayengay. Blake Johnson. Spin move. Now he's going to drive to his right. Turns back around the top. Parker netting now with it. Now back to Blake. Blake with a spin move inside and off the glass and good for Blake Johnson. Great basketball move by Blake. 38-30 our score. Dutchman now in their front court. Andres and Gage Fisher playing catch. Now to Grotenheis right side. They'll go back to Fisher. Fisher to Grotenheis. Back to Fisher. They're good at that skip pass. They cut through that zone with it, and that's a good move there by Luke Andrus. And he makes a 2-pointer. 40-30 our score. Mustangs trailing here in the third period with 5:35 to go. Hayengay, top of the key to Parker. Parker got himself free, got through the lane, and got fouled on the way to the basket. That foul is on 52, is it? I don't even see 52 on the floor. Oh, he's over by the coach, so it must have been on 52. That's Riley Fetters. That free throw's up and good for Parker. Riley Fetters won first foul of the night. And Parker netting with a free throw made. Second one on the way, and it is no good. Rebound to Grotenheis. To Grotenheis, quick pass. Nearly out of reach for his intended target. But Fisher rounded it down, and now they'll try again. Nice steal attempt there by Parker. To Grotenheis cuts in, and it's going to be a travel on the way to the basket. Good eye, Isabel. Luke Andrus had a good move and then took one extra step as he was well defended. 40-31 our score. 5 minutes to go here in this third period. I think they're going to whistle Blake perhaps for a, oh, that's on 2-0, is it?
Yeah, Parker netting.
Is that on Parker? Parker got whistled for a foul away from the ball, I believe, so that's his first foul. Just under 5 minutes to go here now. We've got a player checking in, and they've got him onto the floor finally here. So they're going to start the play here. So number 3-2 into the lineup. He's Zachary Ullman from the looks of it for the Dutch. Ullman, top of the high court to Grotenheis. Nice pass inside, but stolen. Parker Netton takes it away. And Netton will bring it across the timeline, 4:35 to go. Parker Netton got his shot blocked. With number 32, Ullman, and blocked that shot. Here's Andre, so that shot's too strong. Netton took the weak side rebound, but that's put back up and in. The ball rattled loose, and Nicholas Grossman with a 2-point basket for the Dutch. 42-31 our score. 4 minutes to go here. Hayengay past Stave, back out to Hayengay. Gonna drive into the paint, dishing off to Netton. Netton ran into the stack, and that shot's short. Ball goes to Blake off of a Parker Netton save. That ball whistled dead. It went out kind of high off the apparatus there, didn't it? Off the machinery that holds the goal. So that shot's whistled dead, but Blake has worked his way to the line. That foul is on Eli Grotenhuis, his first, and Blake Johnson at the line and makes the free throw. So I've got it in order here. Blake has made a 3, 3, 2, and a 1. Now he's got another 1 coming here from the free throw line. If it goes in, he's got 3, 3, 2, 1, 1, which is the zip code for Hollywood. Did you know that?
No, I didn't.
To Grotenhuis, to the Ullman player. Ullman inside to number 43, Jacob Kramer. Kramer dishing out to Grotenhuis, 3-ball on the way, and rattles it in, but good nonetheless for Eli to Grotenhuis, his second 3. And now it's a 45-33 game here. The Dutch in the lead. Carson Stave dishing off to Cole. Cole, Parker. Hayengay now to the corner. Here's Carson with the shot. That one's up short. And Kramer takes the rebound, dishing off to the Eli to Grotenhuis. Now to Roman. I thought he looked like he took extra steps there to me, but they'll get it over to the right side. Now inside to Kramer. Turnaround jumper and blocked from behind. Parker's going to get whistled for the contact. And Kramer will work his way to the line. Jacob Kramer, a 6-foot freshman for the MOC Floyd Valley Dutch. And that is up and good.
It's their first free throw they've shot.
It is, and he hits it. So they're 100%, right?
Yes.
100% made free throws here by the
1 out
Dutch.
of 1.
We're in the third period, less than 3 minutes to go. And that's the first free throw for them on the night. Now Jacob Kramer stepping up for the free throw and makes that one as well. And Kramer getting checked out here. We're going to have Roman Stokes into the lineup for the Dutchman. Timeout on the court here, 30-second timeout to the Mustangs. We'll be back right after this.
Northwest Iowa Grain and Crane for all your grain handling needs. Take advantage of their winter discounts now in full swing. Their competitive price advantage means you get what you need at the right price every time. But book early before their year fills up. WeMoveBins.com on the internet and from A to B as well. Yes, they move bins, buy, sell, and service them too. Located on Highway 18 between Hull and Boyden. WeMoveBins.com is the website for Northwest Iowa Grain and Crane. WeMoveBins.com's the destination for anything you need to handle your grain. Looking anywhere else would be in vain. Call Northwest Iowa Grain and Crane. WeMoveBins.com.
And we're back to live action here at Orange City. MOC Floyd Valley against the Mustangs. Mustangs got turned away there by good defense. Now here come the Dutchmen in transition. Off to the right side, they've got number 22, Garrett Skoltens. And he hands it off to Zachary Ullman. Skoltens takes it on the right side again. Ball stolen this time. Blake Johnson got his hand into the pass. Got clobbered from behind. Roman Stokes whistled for the foul. Actually, I have a suspicion that that's Charles Dorn. There's another 30. Did you see that? There's 2 player 30s out on the floor.
Oh, yeah, there's different jerseys.
Yep, he's on the varsity lineup playing some JV here. Mustangs try the pass inside. Haken collects it, and Parker Netton wide open for 3. Good rebound from Jaden Klinkenberg. The putback is no good, but he's fouled, and that was the reason the putback was no good. So he's going to work his way to the line for 2. That fouls on number 52, Riley Fetters, his second foul, I believe. This free throw is up and on the way from Jaden Klinkenberg, and it is no good. Rattles out, no good for Jaden. Eli DeGrotenhuis checking in for Roman Stokes.
Wait, did he make that one?
It rattled out, no good. So the second one's on the way, and that one rattled out, no good as well. Rebound to Fetters. Grotenhuis over to the left side. Now Fetters at the elbow, traveled. Turnover to the Mustangs by the Dutchman. Dutch have worked himself up to a lead here of 47-33. Mustangs really haven't had an answer for it in this third period. They have made 5 points in this period, but not very many. It's 11-5 right now, the period score. This time Blake's got an open 3, and that one's no good. Tipped around, and it's controlled by the Dutchman. That 3-pointer came up dry for the Mustangs. 1:30 to go. Dutchman in their front court offense. Ball tipped around. A basketball move was on the way, but rattled out. We're going to have a 30-second timeout by MOC Floyd Valley as they were kind of trapped in a spot they couldn't get out of. Good defensive pressure that time asserted by the Mustangs, and a 14-point lead for MOC.
You're listening to the GLR Radio Network.
And we're so glad you are listening to the GLR Radio Network. So what's your thought so far, Isabel? You're watching a pretty good JV game here.
Mm-hmm.
Anything coming to your attention here in the stats column?
Not really. I don't know.
We've got 6 missed shots and only 1 make in this half for the Mustangs. Doesn't look too promising from a percentage standpoint in the second half. To Grotenhuis will try a shot. That one rattles off the back of the rim, no good. And Mustangs will commit a foul after the rebound for Gage Fisher. To Grotenhuis will inbound. Tries the fake. He's going to get it to Ullman, the unintended target, but Ullman tracks it down. Now to Grotenhuis will come to the top of the court, collect the ball. He'll go to the right side. Now clear to the left wing, passing it around to the top of the key again. 48 seconds here. Now we're down under a minute. I'll try the left side. The defensive pressure is staunch here by the Mustangs. A 3-pointer by Ullman, no good, and rebound to Jaden Klinkenberg ahead to Haken. Quickly ahead to Nathan Klinkenberg. Underneath the Jaden Klinkenberg. Back out to Nato. 3-ball on the way, and that one's perfect for Nato. Cuts that lead to 11, 47-36. First points of the night for Nathan Klinkenberg in this ball game. And starts it out with a 3-pointer. 10 seconds now to Grotenhuis, guarded by Nathan Klinkenberg. He'll try to get a screen. He's going to go to the right side, and Ullman will try a 3, and that one rattles out, no good. Rebound to the Mustangs as time expires in the third period, and that ends our third period 47-36, which is an 11-8 third period. So the Mustangs had fallen behind by as much as 14, and now it's 11 after the end of 3 periods of play. We're going to be back right after this.
Hello, basketball fans. Jim McConnell here, inviting you to dribble.
Whoa, Jim. We've heard that before.
Oh.
Let's have something new here.
I'm sorry, Craig. I got carried away there a little bit. Craig, I've been a member of this community for over 25 years and have helped many of our local residents with their insurance needs. One question I get asked is, why is life insurance so expensive? The answer is simple. It's not. It's a matter of finding the right coverage for your needs. Whether you're getting married, buying a home, having children, or just planning for the future, choosing the right product is important and affordable. As an independent agent with Northwest Consultants, I've partnered with EMC National Life to make life easy. Stop in or give us a call at 475-2610. Was that better?
That's a lot better, Jim.
Good.
Thanks. That's Northwest Consultants in George. 475-2610. And that brings us to live action here. Starting the 4th period, Mustangs with the ball in their front court. Blake Johnson with a nice pass inside and rattles a shot home. Took a good bit of contact. No foul called. Waving off any attention, and that's going to be a made basket for the Mustangs. Blake Johnson. And MOC switching around the roster here for the inbounds pass. Well defended here on the entry pass. Roman Stokes really stuck. Now they'll get it ahead to Andrus. Andrus takes it all the way through the paint. That shot's too strong and no good. And a rebound shared by Cole Stave and number 24, Nicholas Grossman. Is that the first jump ball of the night here?
Yes.
Other than the initial center jump. That's the first time we've had a shared possession here.
Mm-hmm.
There's a nice entry pass. Ball no good, and rebound well defended. Taken away by the Mustangs. Blake Johnson ahead to Peyton Malden. Malden on the left side. Tries it underneath to Cole Stave. Stave underneath the baseline. Well defended, but shot came off no good. No call, and it's 47-38. Mustangs get in within 9 here now with 6 minutes to go. There's a 3 look and no good, or no shot rather. Now Andrus takes it up to the right side, and his shot is no good. And Mustangs with the weak side rebound. Ahead to Malden. Netton, now Malden again on the left side wing. Top of the key to Blake. Parker drives into the paint, takes it in, and not sure there was much contact there, but Blake's going to work his way to the line, and that's going to be a foul on number 24. It's his second foul. Nicholas Grossman puts Parker Netton at the line to shoot 2. And that one is up and no good for Parker. Fetters and Stokes checking back in. For the Dutch, Parker Netton still at the line, ready to shoot his second free throw here, and that one is up and no good. Parker tracks down his own rebound, though. Nicely done. Keeping it alive for the Mustangs. Blake, floater up over everything. And a timeout called by MOC Floyd Valley, a full timeout. Mustangs have gotten to within 7 points here. Blake Johnson with another made basket. We'll be back right after this.
If you're getting mighty hungry, well, the best in the country is Pizza Ranch. You'll be feeling really great when you're filling up your plate at Pizza Ranch. 'Cause life tastes better down at Pizza Ranch. It's where life tastes better, so round 'em up and head her down to Pizza Ranch. Whoa, that's good.
Whoa, that's good. Well, stay tuned at the conclusion of the broadcast tonight for the Pizza Ranch Impact Player of the Game, sponsored by the George Pizza Ranch. where life tastes better down at the Pizza Ranch. .5:38 on the clock. And Mustangs have come back a little bit here to get within 7, 47-40. So they've scored the only 4 points here of the fourth period. And MOC called a full timeout. Let's see what they do here with the ball. They'll get it into the hands of Fetters, who will run the baseline. He'll hand it to Roman Stokes on the entry pass to Grotenhuis. Well defended, turned away. Stokes traveled. It's a turnover by the, you could credit the defensive pressure of the Mustangs that time down. The Mustangs trying to work their way back into the lead here. Parker Netton wide open for three. He's a shooter. That one doesn't go in, but Peyton Malden takes the rebound. That one's no good. Gets his own rebound again off the tip. Takes another contact. Works his way to the line. And he's just deliberate enough about that to do so. That foul is going to be on number 3-0. I checked that. They're going to put it up, I think, who it is. But it's a foul on the Dutchman nonetheless, and Peyton Malden will go to the line. His first free throw is up and good. I don't see who that foul was on, but probably on 3-0, I think. And that is a second free throw up and made. Makes it a 5-point ball game here. De Grotenhuis takes the entry pass. Out of Fetters ahead to Ullman. Ullman drives up or to the left side. He's well defended, but gets it off to Andres. Top of the key to Grotenhuis. 5 minutes now left in the ball game. Andres to Ullman. Ullman takes a screen to his left. Now into Fetters. Ball tipped into Andres' hands. A shot off the glass, no good. Fetters with the easy rebound and the putback up and good for Riley Fetters. It's another 2-pointer for him. 49-42 now, Mustangs on offense. Skip pass over to the right side. Blake Johnson with it. Johnson will hand it out to the top of the key. Peyton Malden out of stave to stave. That's a nice little jumper, but that one rattles out no good. Ullman takes the rebound. He'll bring it across the timeline. Picks up his dribble. He'll go to the left to Roman Stokes. Stokes has the ball stolen. Nicely defended by Carson Stave. Ball went out of bounds, but a good defensive move there. Nearly took that ball away. 4:07 on the clock. 7 points the lead. 49-42. Dutchman. In high inbounds pass to Eli to Grotenhuis. Nearly had it taken away by Malden. Andres inside to Fetters. Fetters, strong move to the left. Strong move, but fouled on the way to the basket. That foul is on Mustang player number 4-0. That's Cole Stave. And Fetters will work his way to the line. Looks like Stave's second foul there. Fetters' free throw rolls out. No good. Hayengay checking in for Cole Stave. Hayengay with a good box out there made it possible for Carson to get a good rebound and head to Blake Johnson. Blake turned away at the baseline. Oh, and there's a good defensive play, almost stolen away by Luke Andres. And couldn't hang on to it, went out of bounds right in front of us here down on the visitor side at center court. Entry pass into Malden. Malden dribbling to his right, now inside to Stave, back out to Malden. They go right side to Hayengay, down underneath to Blake. Blake on the right side, top of the key. Blake will take a three-pointer. No good. A good look for the Mustangs. Ullman takes the rebound, and to Grotenhuis will bring it across. 3:25 to go. Andres on the right side. Pass inside. Almost a dangerous pass. Controlled, though, by the Dutch. They'll go inside to Kramer. That pass is out of his reach. Travel is going to be How is that not a travel, Isabel?
He called a timeout.
His feet were both in the air and he was sliding with the ball. I guess maybe he didn't have possession. So how do you call a timeout without possession?
Yes.
Anyway, he was awarded the timeout. It brings us to 3:12, 49-42 our score. And Mustangs have trailed by as much as 14 here in this JV game. Now they've got it to within 5 and now back to 7 here in the fourth period. And our mystery question: which team will come back onto the floor when we resume play?
Both.
Ooh, that's right.
The answer is always both.
Seems like there's some people taking pictures here. Good grief. It's a very dramatic moment. Very dramatic. Well, it wasn't that funny, but definitely dramatic. And we're back to live action with the school bell. Grotenhuis will do the inbounding. And that ball is stolen away. Fetters took the entry pass, and Hayengay pulls on the brakes. He's going to hand it off to Anderson, now top of the key. Haken takes it into the high post, and that ball rattles off the back of the rim. No good to Grotenhuis with the rebound. And a foul called. What foul are they going to call there? That's going to be on.
I don't know what it's called, but Joe ran into the guy who was giving
52,
the screen.
yeah, 52 with a moving screen. That's on Riley Fetters. And, I can still see birds flying around Joe's head after that. Here's the entry pass. Parker takes it, hits the three, and a timeout on the court to the Mustangs. 2:52 to go. So that's the outcome Mustangs were looking for that time down. Makes it 49-45, a 4-point deficit now for the Mustangs. Full timeout on the court. We'll be back right after this.
Hello, basketball fans. Jim McConnell here, inviting you to dribble down to Northwest Consultants in George so we can pass along a quote to you on your insurance policies. We will screen our list of companies and then shoot you the best deal possible. We're sure you will jump for joy at the low cost and great coverage we can give you on your home, business, farm, auto, health, and life insurance. Give me or Vonda a call at 475-2610 or stop in and see us at our office in George, where you can have all your insurance policies in one basket. Go Mustangs!
You're listening to the GLR Radio Network. And we're so glad you are.
I think that was your voice twin.
My voice twin?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yeah. Sounded a lot like you.
Did it really?
Yeah, it did. It's interesting.
That is interesting. It's an interesting.
It's a.
Very mysterious. Here comes the entry pass. Fetters gets it in. Boy, there's a quick move ahead to Grotenhuis. Going to have an open look. Blows the bunny shot. The putback is up, and that one's going to rattle home for Gage Fisher. The basket made. So a missed opportunity and a capitalized one for the Dutch. Mustangs now on their front court offense. Long three ball from Blake, drops it in from 24 feet. And that's a good shot for the Mustangs. Trap in the back of the high court. Now Haken tips the pass. So Mustangs trailing by 3 here, 2:18 to go. Parker Netton checking in for Hayengay with the clock stopped at 2:18. Blake was long past the three-pointer for that last one and drops it in. Here's a pass into Fetters. Andrus took a trip. He took a trip, didn't he? Took some steps. So Mustangs capitalize on good defense. They've got a three-pointer last time down, and it's a three-point game. Blake Johnson into the front court for the Mustangs. Gonna pass it into Haken. Now out to Joe Anderson. Blake Johnson again. Blake goes to Parker, skying for the pass. Anderson into Haken, out to Parker. Peyton, Malden, we're down to 1:50 to go. Over to the corner, Blake hit the hot hand last time and ties it up, 51 all. Blake Johnson with a big three-pointer, leading all scorers here tonight. Ullman driving the right side, defended by Joe Anderson. Out of the left side, Andres and Eli to Grotenheis with 1:30 to go, and the ball guarded by Blake. Andres driving the right wing. No good. Fetters, too easy, but blows the bunny. Well defended, but fouled. So well defended by one player, fouled by another.
Yeah.
That's going to put Fetters at the line. That fouls on 45. Matt Haken, his second. And Fetters' free throw rattles out to no avail. Number 30 back in the lineup for the Dutchman, Roman Stokes. And number 52, Fetters. That free throw's no good. Rebound to Parker Netton. Parker takes it up across the timeline with 1:14 to go, and the Mustangs with the first time opportunity to take the lead since the second period here. Paul Peyton Grant Malden will try the shot. That one rattles off the back of the rim, no good. To Grotenheis, picked up his dribble. There's a lot of pressure in the backcourt here. Mustangs hounding, and a timeout called as the as the Dutch were running out of time. So they called timeout to keep their possession alive. They'll have the ball when we come back from the timeout, right in the half-court line with 54 seconds to go. And Mustangs have worked their way back from a 14-point deficit to tie it here at 51. Can you believe it?
Yes.
Can you believe it? It's a ball. Foreboding sound.
It's electrifying.
We have all kinds of sound effects here. Mustang fans are on their feet and hear that they're excited here after tying up that score.
Very nice of them to be cheering them on.
Indeed. So, we're coming back to live action. Riley Fetters will inbound to the Dutchman. They'll bring it into Ullman. Ullman will get it across the timeline, guarded by Joe Anderson. Works through a screen. Now Andres over to T. Grotenheis. Eli to Ullman. To Grotenheis again. Playing catch at the top of the key. Down to 35 seconds. Guarded well by the Mustangs. Joe Anderson with pressure on the ball. Very solid defensive pressure. Mustangs just about pick up a foul there. Parker has to watch it. He almost body fouled the guy. Now top of the key. Blake Johnson works through a screen. 15 seconds. Ullman. Blake Johnson guarding. 10 seconds now. Blake has to watch it. Don't reach here. And now 10 seconds. 5 seconds rather. Andres took a step. I think they're going to get whistled for the travel. 2.4 on the clock. It'll be down at the full baseline, to full distance of the court to traverse. And we're going to have a timeout on the court to the Mustangs. Full timeout. What an outcome. What a defensive stand the Mustangs have made here in order to force this Dutchman team to come up dry on offense. And so now they'll have 2.4 seconds with which to traverse the entire court and try to put something on the board.
That's what we drove here.
We drove here
A traverse.
in a traverse. We traversed the land, didn't we?
We did.
These are really good.
Yeah, I like them.
I think they're sour.
I don't know. I think they're cherry.
Sour cherry. That's what it is. I knew it was something like that.
Cherry sours.
2.4 seconds on the clock. Again, Mustangs came back from a 14-point deficit here to tie it up at 51. They'll have the ball when we come back to live action, and I believe they might be stuck on the baseline where they're handed to it. I don't know if they'll be able to traverse the baseline, but they have the full court to move.
They could be going for a long shot here.
They could. They'll get it to Peyton Grant. Time is up, and it's whistled dead, I think, before the shot got off.
Yeah.
So that's going to put us into overtime, but Mustangs come back from a big deficit here to tie it up, which is a great accomplishment here. So we're going to overtime. Going to extra innings.
Nothing better to do tonight anyway, right?
Extra innings, that's right.
More for your
So
tonight. There you go.
this is the Super Bowl all over again. This is the second 14 points.
Mm-hmm.
Came back from a 14-point deficit to tie it up at the end of the ball game. Had a shot, but did not convert, and so we'll go into is it a 3.5-minute overtime in this JV season here? I think in the JV they do half of a quarter, so it might be 3.5 minutes or so, maybe 4 minutes.
Well, they normally do 4 for varsity.
4 for varsity. This is a 7-minute quarter,
maybe they'll
though.
do like 3.
So they're counting down here to the overtime
2.5.
period. We'll have a center jump here when we come back to live action. And there's
Looks
our
like
buzzer.
They will be doing
100 minutes.
3 minutes.
3 minutes in our
100
overtime
minutes.
period. 3 minutes.
How many points do you think that they would score in 100 minutes?
That'd be a long, long night.
Mm-hmm.
Haken and Fetters are they going to re-jump that? That ball was knocked out of bounds, and no Mustang could touch it. Haken out-jumped Fetters at the center line, but it went at an oblique angle away from any teammates that he had. So Ullman will inbound here into the backcourt to Grotenheis. Will take it, and that's our first offensive play here of the overtime period. That seems to me like a travel. Holy cow, Haken took a huge hit. Haken was fouled in the paint, and that's going to put Haken at the line. We're already in the bonus here with 8 team fouls. So it's a 1-on-1 bonus right out of the gate here. Could be a long overtime period.
Yeah.
Let's see if the Mustangs can convert here on their free throws. So Matt Haken stepping up to the line, measuring, and that's no good. A rebound to Grotenheis. It's all tied up at 51, folks. We're in overtime here in our junior varsity bonus coverage here tonight on the GLR Radio Network. Dutch with the ball in their front court, well defended. Mustangs have put on a defensive show here the last couple times down. Fetters takes it into the paint. That shot's off the rim, no good, and rebound to Joe Anderson. Anderson takes it. He's going to take it up to the paint, slash and dash, and so much cash for Joe Anderson, up and good. Took the ball and converted in transition. So Mustangs have their first lead here since the second period of the ball game, 53-51, and we're in overtime, 1:56 to go. Ullman to Grotenheis. Grotenheis looking at the top of the key. Mustangs doing kind of a combination of zone and 1-on-1 coverage. on defense here. Parker Netton guarding Eli T. Grotenheis. Now Andres on the left side, guarded by Peyton Malden. We're down to 1:30 now to go. Mustangs just stopping everything here. Andres looked at a three, turned it away. He's going to take it from the left wing from T. Grotenheis, pass inside to Fetters. There's a nice bounce pass, and that's Andres on the conversion. 53 all, 1:15 now. Mustangs with the ball. Blake Johnson. Blake to the post. Haken now under to Anderson. Going to take it out to the top to Parker Netton. Parker onto the left side. He's going to measure a shot. Going to pass it instead to Blake Johnson. Nice pass off to Peyton Malden, and that shot off of the right side of the rim, no good. Joe Anderson got a hand in it, and that's going to be Mustang basketball. Oh, they missed the call.
What?
They missed the call. That was clearly off of.
Yeah.
That was clearly off of the Dutch player, but the official couldn't see it. From our vantage point, it was easy to see, but
And
Mustangs,
the crowd's vantage point,
yeah.
so we've got a lot of angry people.
Oh, and there's a steal. Blake got a hand on it, nearly came out of there with it. Tipped it out of bounds in front of the scorer's table. Joe Anderson defending the entry pass from Ullman into Fetters, gets it back to Ullman.
Oh, we've only got 38 seconds
30
left.
seconds, yes. We're down inside. Nice pass to Grotenheis. Stolen away from Grotenheis by Matt Haken. And now the Mustangs with a 30-second clock and the basketball. Joe Anderson. Joe hands it off to Blake Johnson, puts a screen out. Now Joe takes it top of the key.
15 seconds
Same
left.
thing there. Blake, the left-handed dribble, now down to the corner to Parker. Timeout on the floor, 10 seconds and a half remaining, and Mustangs call a timeout to draw something up here with the ball and the clock fading away. It'll be Mustang basketball when we come back to live action. So really a very, oh man, the crowd's going crazy here. The crowd's absolutely going wild. The crowd is going wild.
See, when I saw that flag, I thought it would be golf clapping.
Oh, that would be a
Like,
little more proper like this. Yes. That has to hurt people's speakers at home when you do that. Hey, by the way, if you're having trouble picking up the signal, go and put a lawn chair at the end of the driveway. That'll bounce it in off of the nearest water
make sure you got
tower.
your tinfoil hat on.
Your tinfoil hat.
Mm-hmm. With the little antenna
An antenna
on the
hat.
top.
Put that hat on. Put a lawn chair at the end of the driveway. Aim it at the nearest water tower.
And then you've got guaranteed signal.
Then your signal will be guaranteed. This according to Isabel. So the crowd's starting to stack up here. They're getting tight right in front of us here. Mustangs will have the ball. Parker Netton will do the inbounding. And we're down to 10 and a half seconds on the clock. So it's almost a catch and shoot here for the Mustangs. Little discussion as to where the ball will be inbounded from. Going to put it in front of the scorer's table. Joe Anderson. Down to 7 seconds. Going to drive in, get it to Parker. Top of the key, Peyton. 2 seconds. Peyton's shot. It's good if it goes, and it's in and out. So that
Now
puts us in a double overtime
53
here.
to 53.
Oh, they're just going to shake it out because it is. Oh, no, they're going to play it, aren't they?
Yep.
I thought they were at the center court, but it was what I saw happening was a bunch of players walking against each other in a line, and it looked like they were going to just shake it out at center court and get on to the varsity matchup. But there's not a big hurry tonight. They can play a double overtime period here. And the only thing noteworthy that time, from our vantage point, we saw the ball clearly out on the MOC Floyd Valley team, but it was given to them because the official could not see it from that vantage point, the contact. So in any case, it ended up with a tie score again after the overtime period, just a 2 points each kind of a period there. And so they'll jump it again at center court. Matt Haken will do the honors for the Mustangs, and I think Riley Fetters, yes indeed, for the Dutchman.
We've got 9 turnovers for MOC and only 3 for GLR in this second half. Is it still a half? This is our third half.
Jump ball. So the ball went into the pile and a jump ball called. That's a...
So they're going to re-jump.
So they're going to put the 2 players that shared the possession, Joe Anderson and Ullman player. Zachary Ullman will jump it at center court. Ullman with a quick tip to his teammate Gage Fisher, and that'll begin our overtime period here. 3 minutes on the clock. And now Andres, nice pass under to Fisher. Fisher stuck at the post and well defended. Matt Haken took the pass off of his leg as Fisher was trapped with nowhere to go. To Grotenhuis will inbound. He'll get it to Andres. Pass inside to Fisher and clobbered from behind by Parker Netton. 2 free throws will be awarded to Gage Fisher. Fisher with 4 points thus far in the contest, and now we're in our second overtime period. He'll have a chance to add to that from the free throw line. Let's see what he can do here. And that one is up, and oh my goodness, no. It rattled off the front and took its time getting off the side, and it did not go through the net last. So Gage Fisher with his second free throw opportunity here. And that one is up and good. So that breaks the tie here, 54-53. And now Mustangs into the front court offense here. Parker Netton, Blake Johnson, Joe Anderson, Matt Haken, and Parker Netton. Did I say that already? Who did I miss? Peyton Malden.
So.
That's who's in the lineup for the Mustangs. Blake Johnson takes the handoff and now to Matt Haken. Joe Anderson. Right side to Parker. Parker going to take it, go to the right wing, now to the corner, now to the left side to Joe Anderson. 3 ball on the way and up and no good. Rebound to Eli to Grotenhuis. Ahead to Andres. Ahead to Fisher. Fisher will get it to Ullman and they'll work it around. They don't have any need to be urgent here. They just need to take care of the ball. Mustangs defending like madmen out there. Timeout on the court.
Got a minute
here.
38 left.
Minute 38 indeed, and got a 1 point lead here for the Dutchman in the second overtime on one made free throw from Gage Fisher. That's Fisher's 5th point on the night, and pretty important one because it breaks the tie and gives MOC Floyd Valley Dutchman a 1 point lead. 54-53 the score. Again, if you're just joining us, if you're just tuning in and ready for the varsity game, that's coming up right on the heels of this. The varsity players are looking in the doors, watching the end of this exciting junior varsity matchup between MOC Floyd Valley and GLR. And this is what we would call bonus coverage here on the GLR Radio Network. We don't normally cover the junior varsity games, but tonight is the boys' night only night, and we always start the season with a girls' game first and a boys' game last, and this is the last of the regular season. And we've got a good one here. So the JV matchup here ended in a 51-51 tie, and after one overtime, 53 apiece, and now 54-53, the Dutchman inbound with a minute 35 to go. Mustangs defending to Grotenhuis will get a bounce pass to Riley Fetters. Fetters fouled, and that shot is no good, but it'll put Fetters at the line to shoot 2.
On Parker Netton.
Parker's 3rd foul. So Parker puts Riley Fetters at the line. And statistically, that's been a good move. Fetters has been ineffectual from the free throw line in this JV game. If he makes this one, that'll be his first make, but that one does not go, and Joe Anderson collects the rebound. Blake Johnson going to take it hard ahead, going to spin it around. Joe Anderson from the free throw line drops it in and gives the Mustangs a 55-54 lead. Minute 12 to go. Joe Anderson in transition that time, got a good pass in rhythm and drops it in from the free throw line. Here's Eli to Grotenhuis, now left side for the Mustangs. Ullman, Zachary Ullman now over to Andres, Luke Andres, Ullman. And now to Gage Fisher. Fisher well defended, backdoor pass to Grotenhuis. Nice pass underneath. Fetters blows the bunny and the ball on the floor. Anderson dives for it. Gage Fisher comes up with it to Grotenhuis and Ullman, now down to Andres again. So Mustangs turned the Dutch away at the door, and now they've got the ball again off of a loose ball.
With 25 seconds to go.
25 seconds. Ullman drives baseline, ball nearly taken away. There's a high jump stop. High jump stop, and that's going to get to Grotenhuis 2 points and a free throw here. And a good move down the baseline by Eli to Grotenhuis. That high, they take that kind of high jump and then a jump stop, and they can jump from there. So it's kind of a, what would you call that? A leapfrog kind of a jump stop, and got his way to the line, got fouled on the way to the line, and that free throw is up and good. Makes it a 2-point ball game now for the Dutchman. Just 15 seconds. Timeout on the court. And Mustangs will talk it over with 12.6, trailing by 2 here, 57-55.
Hey, I've got a joke. How do mules open locked doors?
Mules open locked doors.
Yes.
With their hooves.
With donkeys.
With donkeys. Nice. I like that. That's very good.
It's funny.
That's pretty good. I have to admit, that was a mysterious one. Timpani.
Yeah.
It hit me right in the timpani. Ow! Timpani. Right in the timpani. Well, we're coming back from a timeout here. Mustangs trailing now 57-55 after a made basket, or a made basket and a free throw from Eli to Grotenhuis to give MOC a 2-point lead here. Just 12.6 seconds. Blake Johnson will take the entry pass. Going to pass it into Haken. He's going to take that to the right side. Here's Parker. Going to try the three-pointer, and it's good. Banks it home, and it's time expires. No, they've got a timeout.
0.2 seconds
They've got
left.
a timeout with 0.2 seconds. And Parker Netton banks it home.
That was pretty
He had
impressive.
to had a play at the top of the key and was turned away. Had to go to his right, and
He was very well guarded on that three.
He was.
So that was very impressive.
he had a good move to his right. Throws it up off the glass from the three-point line and makes it a 1-point lead for the Mustangs. It's going to be, there's just enough time here. They're evaluating the clock. They may put, they put 0.8 seconds
0.8
back on the clock.
0.2.
So it's a big difference. That was, they just put 400% more time on the clock than what was there.
Yes.
Well, they added 300%. No. In any case, it's 0.8 seconds. That's not a lot of time. It's a jiffy.
It's just about enough time to throw it in bounds and
Yeah,
set it like a volleyball into the hoop.
Almost you have to touch, catch, and shoot. There's not hardly a catch in there.
Yeah, it's just like.
It's just about a.
Just a.
Yeah.
Lift.
So I can presume that they're going to try to get a long pass in. They're going to put Matt Haken guarding the baseline, and they'll put somebody with an arm. Looks like it's going to be Gage Fisher. He's going to have to. He's got permission to rove the baseline to get himself free to make a long pass. He's going to run it to the right. Here's a quarterback pass deep into the court. And the ball went into the hands of Fetters and had a good chance at it, but even that was well defended. And that shot came up short, and that was a good pass into the game from Gage Fisher to Fetters. Hit his target. He must be the quarterback or something. Pretty good pass. And that ends our ball game 58-57. What an outcome in double overtime here for the Mustangs in the JV lineup. So now the players that have been waiting in the wings, the varsity players, are going to be taking the court here shortly, and we'll be bringing you all the live action for that as well. So stay tuned. You're listening to the GLR Radio Network.
You're listening to the GLR Radio Network.
If you're getting mighty hungry, well, the best in the country is Pizza Ranch. You'll be feeling really great when you're filling up your plate at Pizza Ranch. 'Cause life tastes better down at Pizza Ranch. It's where life tastes better, so round 'em up and head her down to Pizza Ranch. Whoa, that's good.
Well, we've talked it over here a little bit for the Pizza Ranch Impact Player of the Game. In this JV matchup, there's a lot of good things to talk about, and certainly don't want to take anything away from any of the Mustangs that played a good, hard-fought game all night. But we are going to award the Pizza Ranch Impact Player of the Game for the JV game to Blake Johnson. Blake had 20 points here on the night, led all scorers, and Parker had 12 of his own. Joe Anderson chipped in 4 points. Carson Stave with 6. Let's see, Aaron Hangay had 2 for the Mustangs. Nato had 3. Nathan Klinkenberg. Peyton Malden, I have him for 6 points. So a very good balanced attack here by the Mustangs out on the floor. 6 players into the books and 2 in double figures, and certainly a lot of three-pointers put up by the Mustang players. Blake and Parker combined for what looks to me like 7 made threes on the ball game, and the big one at the end to put the Mustangs ahead was shot by Parker Netton as time was expiring. There was just 0.2 of a second left on the clock when the timeout was issued. They put 0.8 of a second back on, and MOC had the ball with that 0.8 of a second and got a long pass into Riley Fetters, and Fetters had to do the catch and shoot, or almost the touch and shoot, and that shot was well defended and came up just a little shy of the goal. So that's how our JV game ended up, 58-57 rather, for the Mustangs. So GLR comes out victorious in our JV game. Now, that mentioning this is a boys' night out here tonight, the last regular season game for these Mustang fellas here tonight, and then they'll start their tournament play after a first-round bye. Monday night, the first round will happen at HMS, I believe. HMS will be the venue for the first night, and Mustangs will play the winner of of Hartley, Melvin, Sanborn, or Harris Lake Park. I'm thinking Harris Lake Park and Grettinger, Terrell, Ruth Van Ayrshire, I think is the name of that school. In any case, we'll be here to bring it to you live Thursday night next week. And that game is the second game in the GLR gym. So we'll be on our home floor that night, and we don't want to overlook what's happening here tonight. Look at that, Isabel. Look at that ball stop on top of the backboard as these teams are warming up on the floor here. It did rattle off. It looked like they were playing that bottle flip game up there, didn't it?
Yeah.
So we've got about 12 minutes for these teams to warm up. We're going to let you hear some radio break music. We'll be back in 12 minutes to announce the starting lineups here on the GLR Radio Network. just under 4 minutes here to go here for the start of our second half of our doubleheader. And our JV matchup, our JV boys won in a double overtime thriller, 58-57. And now we're down to 3.5 minutes to go for our starting lineup. So stay tuned here on the GLR Radio Network. And we're coming back here to live radio. Our Mustangs will be starting Lucas Nagel, Dalton Van Briesen, Josh Haken, Caleb Terhark, and Landon Jumback. And our opponent, the MOC Floyd Valley varsity boys, will be starting Tate Ahrens, Kyle to Grotenheis, Trenton DeHaan, Jaron Paw, and Josiah Jansen. So Tate Ahrens, senior, a 6-foot senior, wears number 4. Kyle to Grotenheis, a 6-foot junior, wears number 20. Trenton DeHaan, a 6'6 junior, wears number 22. Jaron Paw, a 6-foot senior, wears number 24. And Josiah Jansen, a 6'4" sophomore, wears number 32. Those will be the starters for the MOC Floyd Valley varsity boys. And again, our GLR varsity boys will start 6'3" sophomore Lucas Nagel, wears number 5. Dalton Van Briesen, a 5'10" senior, wearing number 10. Josh Haken, a 6'2" junior, wears number 12. Caleb Terhark, a 6-foot sophomore, wears number 20. And Landon Jumbeck with jersey number 23, 6'2" sophomore. Head coach for the MOC Floyd Valley boys is Lauren DeYoung, assisted by Brady Baker and Adam Doan. Mustangs are head coached by Aaron Poorbear and assisted by Brian Leuenberger, as well as Kurt Fiedler and Joel Hoagland. So we're coming to the official ceremony here. 10 seconds to go, and the band is entertaining the crowd here. Everything's cleared off. We're going to have our starting lineups here right now. We're going to let you hear the house announcer.
I just want to take a brief minute. We usually don't single anybody out. We really put our focus on team. But there's one guy that's been an incredible teammate for us this year. Hasn't been able to play. His season was cut short. I'd like to give Bryce Bumgarner a round of applause.
And they're singling out Bryce Baumgars, who didn't get to play this season. His season was cut short, but he's been a great teammate all year, and the coaching staff wanted to make a public mention of that he's been a great teammate to the players on the floor for MOC Floyd Valley. And so that's Bryce Baumgars, a 6'5" senior, and his season was cut short, presumably by injury of some kind. So that was a nice gesture by the coaching crew there for MOC Floyd Valley. And we're going to have our house announcer giving the starting lineups as I have outlined them as I had them. We'll see how close we were here with our information. So it's GLR against MOC Floyd Valley here. Final regular season game for this this basketball squad here that we've followed home and away all season long. It's been a great treat. And so tonight I'm joined in the booth here by Isabel. John had an officiating duty tonight in Ellsworth, Minnesota. So he sends his regards, and Isabel is standing in his stead here tonight. So Lucas Nagel for the Mustangs. And Tate Ahrens for the Dutch. Dalton Van Briesen for the Mustangs. And Kyle de Groot-Nice for the Dutchman. Mustangs have number 12, Josh Haken. And his counterpart is a junior, number 22, Trenton DeHaan. Caleb DeHark for the Mustangs. Jaron Paw, his counterpart for the Dutchman. And Landon Jumbeck for the Mustangs. And sophomore number 32, Josiah Jansen for the Dutchman. So our national anthem. And the MOC Floyd Valley High School pep band with our nation's theme song. And a very nice job there by them to get our night started off officially here into the varsity lineup here. Mustangs will send Lucas Nagel to the center of the court to jump it off. They're going to send Josiah Jansen to jump off against Lucas. And everything's getting organized here. Here we go. And just like that, it's center tip and controlled by the Dutch in their front court. They're going to try a quick three ball, and right out of the gate, Tate Ahrens drops in a three-pointer. So Mustangs now into their front court offense. Josh Haken driving the baseline, cut off, gets a shot off, and it's rebounded well by Caleb Terhark. Caleb drops in a nice putback opportunity, offensive rebound and putback by the Mustangs. Tip ball, Mustangs take it out of there. Lucas Nagel a little too strong to Haken, and it's turnover by the Mustangs on transition there. Here's Tate Ahrens again, turned away at the 3-point line. Mustangs in a zone. There's Tate Ahrens again. That 3 ball is up and no good. And that rebound to the Mustangs. Tate Ahrens comes up dry on the 3-pointer. Josh Haken on the right side. Pass inside to Lucas Nagel. Lucas missed the layup, gets his own rebound. Caleb Terhark. Now Lucas tries a little 8-footer, and that one's no good. Lucas came up dry on a couple of tries that time down. But 2 really good looks for the Mustangs. And here's Jaron Paw driving to his right. Now they're going to go again to Tate Ahrens. 3rd time's a charm. Hits the second one for Tate Ahrens. He's got 2 makes and all of the points for MOC Floyd Valley Dutch. There's Josh Haken. That shot off the rim, no good. Gets his own rebound and puts it up strong, and that's good for Josh Haken. 6-4 our score. 6:15 on the clock in the first period. Jaron Paw pass high over the defense. Well done by number 22, but the bunny shot blown, and it's tipped out of bounds. Last touch by the Mustangs. Trenton DeHaan had a wide open look and missed everything. So here's the entry pass again. Tate Ahrens sizing up a 3, drives inside the paint, and that one's no good. Dalton Van Briesen collects that rebound. 6-4 our score. Mustangs into the front court offense. I'll go to Haken, wide open in the corner. Rattles off, no good. Nagel, the great pass underneath to Dalton Van Briesen. Ties our score 6 apiece. Mustangs have 3 twos. MOC Floyd Valley 2 threes. Ball underneath to the low post and stolen away. Jumbeck takes it out of there, hands it off wisely to Lucas Nagel. Pass underneath to Van Briesen, stepped on the line. And Van Briesen well defended there by Kyle de Grotenhuis. The pass went kind of way too close to the line, didn't it?
Mm-hmm.
De Grotenhuis had an opportunity there and kind of cut off that lane for Dalton to save it in bounds, and it's now finally in the back court here for MOC Floyd Valley. They've already got Austin Geltema in. Here's Tate Ahrens again for 3, but no good. Rebound to last touch by the Dutchman. Josiah Jansen tried to save it in bounds, but could not do so. So the Mustangs tied up here at 6. 3 minutes gone in this varsity matchup. If you're just joining us, we're all tied up 6 points apiece. We're on our final regular season game here. Boys night only, and it's varsity matchup. Ball, Caleb Terhark went down to the floor, kept his dribble alive, hands it out to Josh Haken. That ball rattles out no good, and a foul called under the basket on Austin Jensen, I think. That'll be on Austin. That's his first, if it is. And it is indeed. First foul of the night for either squad. 4:40 on the clock. Jaron Paw ahead to Tate Ahrens. Ahrens has 2 3-pointers made here thus far. Now Ahrens on the left side. He'll hand it off to number 12. That ball is no good, and Jensen collects the rebound. Caleb Terhark well defended by number 12, Roman DeYoung. And Caleb will hand it off to Josh Haken in the high court. Now to the left side, and Jensen to the right to Caleb Terhark. Tries a 3-pointer, measures it, and it rattles off the front of the rim, no good. 6-6 our score, and 4 minutes gone. Down to the corner, Tate Ahrens tries again. That one's no good, but the easy rebound up and good for Roman DeYoung. And a timeout on the court, 30-second timeout to MOC Floyd Valley with 3:52 and an 8-6 lead. We'll be back right after this.
Hello, basketball fans. Jim McConnell here, inviting you to dribble down to Northwest Consultants in George so we can pass along a quote to you on your insurance policies. We will screen our list of companies and then shoot you the best deal possible. We're sure you will jump for joy at the low cost and great coverage we can give you on your home, business, farm, auto, health, and life insurance. Give me or Vonda a call at 475-2610 or stop in and see us at our office in George, where you can have all your insurance policies in one basket. Go Mustangs!
Well, you bring up a good point. It's Chelsea that works at the office there now, but that is such a great radio ad that we continue to use that one. We do have a modified one for Northwest Consultants that you may enjoy as well. But that Hello Basketball Fans is our most requested ad. Can you believe that? It's the basketball analogy advertisement on the radio today. Mustangs in the front court now after the timeout. Dalton Van Briesen now right side Jumbeck, fouled by Austin Jeltima. Number 5-0, I believe that'll be his first foul, and that is the first team foul as well. Austin Jeltima hit 4 3-pointers, or 5, I think. 5 3-pointers in the JV game. So very much a shooting threat for MOC Floyd Valley. Here's Jumbeck taking the entry pass. Now they'll get it out to Haken. Got Brady Clausen into the lineup for the Mustangs. Mustangs in their red uniforms with the black letters. We know them by sight, but not by number. And the numbers can be hard to read in this lighting. But Jumbeck driving to the elbow. Now Dalton Van Briesen. Nice bounce pass, backdoor, and Lucas blew the layup again, but tipped it, got it to Dalton. That one's off the rim from 3, and they'll go quickly ahead into the front court to Trenton DeHaan. DeHaan turned away. Now they'll get it to Jeltima across the top of the key. Into the elbow and across the top of the defense, but well defended, knocked out of there by Landon Jumbeck. And here's Lucas Nagel. Lucas takes it, creates into the, and we're going to have a charge called on Josh Haken. Wow, what a sudden defense there by number 24, Jaron Paw, to stand his ground. Haken whistled for his first foul. 8-6 our score. We're down to 2:40 here in the first period. Dalton Van Briesen sitting down. Alec Eikens in his stead. Trading senior for senior there. Speed for speed. Defensive strength for defensive strength. Fresh legs. Alec Eikens with his first minutes here tonight. Jeltima and Jaron Paw playing catch. They'll go to the left side, and that three-pointer's no good. And Lucas Nagel collects the rebound. Go quickly to the corner to Brady. Brady looking for the secondary break. Nothing appearing. Great pass underneath from Lucas. Pass from Eikens to Brady Clausen comes up dry, and Jaron Paw comes out of there with it for MOC Floyd Valley. They're in the front court offense again. Jeltima into the right wing. Down in the corner to Trenton DeHaan. DeHaan to Jeltima. Looks at a three. He's turned away. And to Grotenhuis across the top. So we've got Jaron Paw, Jeltima on the right side. Now the ball stolen by Jumbeck. Jumbeck takes it. Going to go behind his back. Quickly ahead to Haken. Haken at the three-point arc. And Jumbeck from deep three. Landon Jumbeck from no way he should shoot it. Drops it home. 9-8 Mustangs.
First three of the night for the Mustangs.
Yes. It's almost far enough away that you don't even have to guard him there, and he just drops those threes in. That had to be a 23, 24-footer, I would say. Mm-hmm. And just a good, clean shot by Landon Jumbeck. Defensive pressure being put on here. Oh, and a step-back move, and that shot no good. Eikens with the rebound ahead to Jumbeck. Jumbeck going to pull it up from the wing. Gets it to Haken, down to 57 seconds. Haken with a nice basketball move on the left wing. kind of off to the side of the low post there, and that's going to be a foul on number 24, Jaron Paw, his first. And Josh Haken will be at the line. Free throw up and rattles out, no good. An uncharacteristic miss there for Josh Haken. Mustangs will have a couple substitutions here with a minute to go. Caleb Terhark into the lineup. Let's see, Alec Eikens in, Brady Clausen, Austin Jensen in.
Looks like
and
Josh
Josh
Haken will
Haken.
be coming in for Josh.
Yep, Josh Haken missed both of those free throws, and we got 50 seconds to go here. Josiah Jansen now off to Eli to Grotenheis. Eli played a very good game in the JV game. Here's another pass into Jansen in the paint a long time, but gets it off to Grotenheis. Ball tipped and ball blocked by Brady Clausen. Alec Eikens on transition. Going to cut in. Going to dish it off to Terhark. Terhark pulls it up, guarded by to Grotenheis. Going to hand it off to Haken into the paint. The ball over the defense and thrown out of bounds. Turnover by the Mustangs with 17.7 on the clock. 9-8 lead. And Josiah Jansen will inbound for the Dutchman. So Eli to Grotenheis in the first game proved he's a three-point threat. He made 2 3-pointers and 2 inside the arc for the Dutchman in the JV game unofficially. Here's the last 7 seconds here. Ball up and off the rim, no good, and the putback no good, and the rebound to the Mustangs, and no time to get a shot off, and that'll be the end of the first period. Mustangs 9, MOC Floyd Valley 8. So the first period in the books. We'll be back right after this.
When you need a case for your new iPhone,
treeshell.com.
when you need a case for your iPad,
treeshell.com.
when you need a case for your iOS devices, nobody makes them near as nice as
treeshell.com.
really good products that are made from wood.
treeshell.com.
Nobody makes them near as good as Treeshell.
treeshell.com.
Treeshell.
treeshell.com.
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 Visit treeshell.com today.
We sell tree shell at the e-store. treeshell.com.
Isabel, I did not know you had that deep a bass voice.
Now you know.
Now you know.
Bill Nye, the Science Guy.
Ooh, Bill Nye, the Science Guy. And we're back to live action. Mustangs will start the second period with the ball in a 9-8 lead. Josh Haken with the ball, working his way to the left side. Caleb Terhark slashing into the elbow. They'll pass it around the top of the horn. Caleb Terhark measuring, going around the right side. Now to Lucas inside the paint, out to across the top. There's that same spot for Landon, and that one rattles out no good from the deep three. And Jansen will bring it up. He'll hand it off to Paw. Paw underneath to DeHaan, and blocked from behind by Jumbeck. Haken takes it despite some pressure. Lucas wide open, blows the bunny again. Lucas just not having the close the deal kind of a night here for the Mustangs. Has some really great shots in the books, but none of them fall. And Tate Ahrens answers from the other end from a deep three of his own. From the H of the Dutchman word on the floor. Lucas takes a contact and goes down. There's Jumbeck again from that same spot. Jumbeck just saying, you know what, we're going to trade threes. I'll trade you 1 for 1. So Jumbeck with 2 made threes already. Tate Ahrens with another, he's got 3, so it's a battle of the threes here between Tate Ahrens and Landon Jumbeck. 12-11, the Mustangs in the lead. Here's the entry pass to Tate Ahrens. Tries a 3 and no good. Caleb Terhark commands that rebound. Ball stolen from the pass by Josiah Jansen. Just too tall in there for that pass to go over top of him. Jaron Paw drives into the paint, fakes but blows the bunny. There's been more missed layups here in this game than I've seen in a while. Jumbeck going to take it all the way through the paint until there's significant contact at the low block, and Jumbeck's going to work his way to the line. It's going to be on Jaron Paw, his second on the night. So Landon Jumbeck at the line here to shoot 2, I believe. Yes, 2 free throws awarded here to Landon. That first one's up and perfect. Lucas Nagel coming out. Austin Jensen in his stead. Dalton Van Briesen, Josh Haken, and Caleb Terhark rounding out the lineup with Landon Jumbeck at the line. 6:25 on the clock and a 13-11 lead. Make that 14-11. Landon Jumbeck hits both free throws.
Mustangs 50-50 from the free throw line so far tonight.
Yes, shooting 50% from the charity stripe, as it were. And here comes Eli to Grotenheis across the top of the key. He'll hand it off to Tate Ahrens. Now Ahrens over to Roman DeYoung. DeYoung to Grotenheis again. To Grotenheis, will get it down into the corner. To Kyle to Grotenheis, and there's Tate Ahrens again from the top of the H again. Good grief. Tate Ahrens, 4th made 3 on the night. 14 apiece, our score. Mustangs Josh Haken drives it in, takes the shooter's roll, and the roll, and the roll, and the roll, and drops through the net. 16-14 Mustangs. Josh Haken with a made bucket. Pass to the left side, top of the key now, around the right side. Dutchman working it in. Tate Ahrens with a skip pass, going to get it inside. A spin move, and no joy for
like it should have been
Roman. He looked like he was anywhere but heading for the basket. That foul will be called on Austin Jensen. But I don't know what Roman DeYoung thought he was doing with that. Jensen's second foul here. 16-14 Mustangs, and let's see, Roman DeYoung will be at the free throw line here. Makes the first one. And has a chance to tie it here if he makes the second one. Roman DeYoung, second free throw up and good. So it's all tied up at 16, 5:27 to go here in the second period. Josh Haken, Dalton Van Briesen to the low post, Brady Clausen. Brady's going to take it, dribble around to his left, hands it off to Jumbeck. Jumbeck nearly got trapped, but quickly got it to Haken. Haken contact off to the side, going to set a screen. Now he'll take it off and spin move it. Going to have the shot up off the rim, no good, but draws the contact. It's going to put Haken at the line. And who is that foul against, Isabel?
I didn't see.
Number 20, Kyle to Grotenheis. Excuse me. And Haken puts up the first free throw, or did he shoot it yet?
Yeah, he shot
Shot it and missed the first one. So that'll be the second one on the way.
Yep.
And it is, boy, that was just about no good. And we'll take it. Josh Haken with a made free throw makes it 17-16. Just under 5 minutes to go here in the first half. Long three ball. Tate Ahrens cannot miss. He's got 5 made threes. 19-17. Haken going to take it all the way to the rack. Too strong. Rattles out, and Eli to Grotenheis comes up with the loose ball. And here's Josiah Jansen. Ball under the baseline and deep dribble, and Roman DeYoung couldn't handle it. It hit the baseline. And he's collected by Josiah Jansen, probably wisely so.
Smart.
He was conversing strongly with the baseline official. Josiah Jansen collected him and said, "Let's play basketball." Call's already made. Here's Caleb Terhark driving into the paint. Nice behind the back pass. Brady Clausen blew the jumper, but a good look for the Mustangs. And here's Jansen going to drive into the paint in his own right. Boy, that is just sloppy basketball, but he ran over Brady Clausen, and Brady's going to be called for the blocking foul, I'm afraid. That's going to put Jansen to the line to shoot 2. That's Brady Clausen's first foul. But what I mean by sloppy is Jansen just basically bowling pinned, just ran over the pile. And knocked Brady Clausen down in the process, but got to the line, and credit him for that. He's going to have a free throw made here, is Josiah Jansen, and he's got one more to go. Makes it a 2017 game, 4 minutes, 3 seconds, and that second one is up and good. I remember he has a little bit of a different looking free throw, and he made both of them that time. So here's Josh Haken over to Dalton Van Briesen. Pass underneath to Caleb Terhark. Terhark off the glass, no good, and tipped by Jansen. Jansen keeps his own rebound and brings it across the Dutchman logo in center court. Ball tipped on the baseline. Last touch by the Mustangs. Not sure what happened. Not sure who tipped that one. Dalton Van Briesen must have got a hand on that pass. So here come the Dutchmen now, 3:35 to go in the first half. And a 21-17 lead. Eli to Grotenheis, top of the key. Going off to Tate Ahrens, likes that spot at the H, missed that one, and Tarek skies for the rebound, gets it ahead. There's Jumbeck, likes that three-pointer in his own right. Saved in by Brady Clausen, but off at an oblique angle. No one could get it, and it is out of bounds. Mustangs really didn't have very good rebounding position for that three-pointer that time down, and we're not able to track it down inbounds. So 21-17 our score, 3:11 to go. And Dutchman with the ball in their front court to Grotenheis, doing his level best to fake his defenders off. There's a pass to Grotenheis. There's Tate Ahrens again, a touch pass to Grotenheis. Ball up and good by 22, Trenton DeHaan. The made basket is good, and the foul on the way to the basket is going to be called on Lucas Nagel. Lucas with his first foul on the night, and that's going to put DeHaan at the line. DeHaan's free throw is good, so Trenton DeHaan with a three-point play. 24-17 now the score. The Mustangs just need to get a good shot this time down. Caleb Terhark measuring, looking at a three. He's going to hand it off to Haken instead, top of the key. Now he's going to take it in rhythm, and that one's no good. Rebound to Grotenheis, ahead to number 12, Roman DeYoung. Now out to the corner, DeHaan. That's high, Karaming. Boy, a clobber from behind on Tate Ahrens, but no call. That's off of Josh Haken's chest. I'm not sure what they're going to converse about here. The officials looking at it. They're going to give that instead to the Mustangs. Not sure what the rationale was, because I think it was clearly off of Haken's chest out of bounds, but they couldn't call a foul in the aftermath of that, and so they did award the ball to the Mustangs, who are in their front court now, trailing 24-17. Jump back to Van Briesen inside to Lucas. Lucas with the turnaround, now wide open to Dalton Van Briesen. Out to Haken. Wow, he's wide open in the three-point range and drops in an important shot for the Mustangs. An important three-pointer that cuts the lead back to 4. Here's Tate Ahrens inside the paint. Rattles it out, no good, and quickly ahead are the Mustangs. Dalton Van Briesen in transition to Lucas. Lucas driving the left side out to Haken, again wide open. That three ball rattles off the rim, no good, and DeHaan collects the rebound. Dalton with the tomahawk chop could not get that ball loose. Eli to Grotenheis, over to Josiah Jansen, top of the key, and now right side DeHaan. Roman DeYoung looking at it, going to drive into the paint instead, and that ball's up and under and good for Roman DeYoung. Here's Nagel. Nagel out to Haken. Haken given a nice screen there. They'll go right side to Jumbeck. Jumbeck cut off at the baseline. Here's Haken out to Van Briesen, gets it back. looks at a three, going to drive in, and foul called on Roman DeYoung as Haken, so quick on that first step, gets himself free underneath. It's 5 team fouls apiece. 1:01 on the clock, 26-20 our score. Mustangs trailing 26-20. And Josh Haken will inbound. Let's see what they can do. Nice play inside to Lucas. Lucas shot off the glass, no good. And Josiah Jansen came up with it. Jansen well defended, but somehow keeps his dribble, but that is too much Mustang red around him, and Caleb Terhart takes it away. Jumbeck left wide open, dishing off to Haken, who drains it. Haken with an important three-pointer again, makes it a 3-point ball game, 26-23. And Roman DeYoung just about carelessly put the ball into the hands of the Mustangs. Lucky to keep that dribble alive. Tate Aarons now on the left side, and Josiah Jansen way out high above the volleyball spike line, but inside of their half-court line. Roman DeYoung, Josiah Jansen, and now Eli DeGrootnice. They're looking at the clock. They're down to 10 seconds. And well defended there. Roman DeYoung knocked Dalton Van Briesen down. No call. DeYoung stuck, and here's DeHaan at the buzzer and hits it. Good offensive time down there for the Dutchman, who hit the shot at the buzzer, and that's our quarter score here is 28-23. So a little bit of a turnaround here. MOC got some things going that second period and came up with a little bit of a lead here at halftime. Only a 5-point differential between these two teams, folks. So you're going to want to keep it right here on the GLR Radio Network. We'll be back after this from Northwest Iowa, Grain and Crane.
Northwest Iowa Grain and Crane for all your grain handling needs. Take advantage of their winter discounts now in full swing. Their competitive price advantage means you get what you need at the right price every time. But book early before their year fills up. WeMoveBins.com on the internet and from A to B as well. Yes, they move bins, buy, sell, and service them too. Located on Highway 18 between Hull and Boyden. WeMoveBins.com is the website for Northwest Iowa Grain and Crane. WeMoveBins.com is the destination for anything you need to handle your grain. Looking anywhere else would be in vain. Call Northwest Iowa Grain and Crane. WeMoveBins.com.
Time here. Mustangs trailing 28-23 at half here to the MOC Floyd Valley Dutchman. And we've got a little over 8 minutes here. There's halftime entertainment out on the floor, and we're going to let you cool it, get a tasty beverage and a snack while we take a little bit of a radio break here during the halftime period. Well, we're at 4 minutes left to go here at halftime. Our Mustangs trailing 28-23 here at halftime, and we've really had a great ball game, very evenly matched. Mustangs not shooting very well in that first half. They've got 22 misses, I think, right? Sorry, I didn't have your mic on. What did you say?
And out of those 22, they missed 9 3-pointers.
9 3-pointers missed.
Each team missed 9, but MOC only missed 17.
So,
But
man, a lot of missed three-pointers. Good grief. So they're just throwing up three-pointers from everywhere on the court. And that is that seems to be the style of this game tonight so far. Mustangs just putting up shots that they feel will go in. Landon Jumbeck has really put some up from deep out there, 24-foot deep, and he's made 2 of those. Tate Ahrens has hit 5 three-pointers here in the first half, and his only points have been from three-point land, if I'm not mistaken, and he has, I think he's leading all scorers with 15 points. So that is a pretty big difference. If you look at those shots, if they would have all been inside the arc and all made, that's a 5-point swing right there, and that's the difference in the ball game. So 5 three-pointers made and the 5-point difference at the half. Not a coincidence, folks, not a coincidence. So I've got a mystery for you, Isabel. It's a mystery. It's a mystery.
What is the mystery? That's the mystery.
The mystery is what adjustments will the Mustangs have made in the halftime huddle to compensate for those long 3 balls being thrown up by Tate Ahrens and others on the floor for the Dutchman.
Make more bunnies.
Will they 22 misses, and 9 of those were 3, so that means 13 misses, and I think several of those were inside of the 4-foot range. Just could not get anything to drop. Even on a couple of really what looked like there would be easy shots, they just did not fall for the Mustangs. And so they get a few of those to fall in the second half. That'll make up a lot of this difference. And boy, they're warming up from three-point land out there. And boy, they like that three-point shot here in MOC Floyd Valley. Trenton DeHaan just looking at one. As I said in the first game, the JV game, Austin Geltema wears number 50. He's a 6'3" sophomore, and he hit 5 three-pointers in his own right in the JV game. And he's already seen significant playing time here in the first half. So definitely a three-point threat from him. So we're going to be here live in 30 seconds. We'll have our second half starting. The pep band is warming everybody up here, trying to get everything going for the Dutchman fans. They're trying to get everybody fired up. There, they got it tuned in. They had 3 tries, and the third time's a charm there to get the band going.
I think they get louder every time they do that.
I think they do. So here's our 2-second warning. And
time
the school bell sounds. It's time to go back to class, folks. And I'm hoping the Mustangs can put on a basketball clinic here in the second half. But the Dutchman will start with the ball. Jaron Paw will take the inbounds pass from Tate Ahrens, presumably. And we are underway. Third period happening now. Number 20, Kyle to Grotenhuis, over to Jaron Paw. Inside to DeHaan. DeHaan in the paint a long time, has to come out to the three-point line to get out of the lane. He was in there 2.5 seconds probably. Josiah Jansen looked at a shot, measured it. Well defended now down underneath, but Jansen took a nice pass from DeHaan, and Josiah Jansen with a 2-point basket. Mustangs, Dalton Van Briesen over to Nagel. Pass inside to Caleb DeHark. Back out to Nagel. Nagel slashing, now dishing out to Dalton. Dalton over to Caleb DeHark, right side. And Lucas tries a shot, got that one to go in. That one took a nice shooter's roll for Lucas Nagel. And that's his first points of the night. 30-25 our score, 6:55 to go. Pass over top of the defense to DeHaan. Well defended, and Mustangs turn him away. The basket's missed, and Dalton Van Briesen collects the weak side rebound. Haken going to dish out to Jumbeck. Jumbeck sliding in, and a nice move. Takes the foul from Tate Ahrens, and just Clyde the Glide Drexlered that one all the way to the basket. Good move there by Landon Jumbeck. If you couldn't tell, I was impressed by the fluidity of the baseline move. He's going to have a free throw and makes it. So a 3-point play for Jumbeck makes it a 28-30 game. Mustangs still trailing by 2 here. 6:35 to go. Tate Ahrens now to Grotenheis. Ahrens again on the right side. Pass underneath to Jansen. Jansen, basketball move, solid, strong move, but turned away at the basket. Mustangs take the rebound. Lucas Nagel in transition to the corner. Nagel gonna slice into the paint. Nice pass underneath to Caleb DeHark. Nice to Dalton Van Briesen. That shot's no good. Dalton tried to get his own rebound. It was collected by Jansen, and Tate Ahrens dishing off to the right. Traveled by Jaron Paw. Paw just couldn't get his footing where he wanted and kept his feet moving instead of a jump stop. Dalton waving off Jumbeck, sending him to the front court. He'll throw it into Josh Haken, and now 6 minutes to go. Haken's going to look at a shot. Pass underneath. This ball stolen. The pass was intended for Terhark, and a hand got in the passing lane. Jansen going to drive into the paint. Bowls his way over, and Lucas went down to the ground, but no avail, and Jansen scores. Josiah Jansen with his 4th point of the night. 2 made baskets. Josh Haken, the right side, now to Dalton Van Briesen. Jumbeck. Josh to Dalton. That time Dalton drains it from the right side of the arc. Dalton Van Briesen with 5 points. Makes it 32-31. Top of the key now. Jaron Paw picked up his dribble. Tate Ahrens left wing. DeHaan now right side to Grotenheis. Left side Jansen. Now Tate Ahrens will put up a 3. That one's no good. Dalton got a hand on it. Comes up with a loose ball. Instead of head to Nagel. Nagel had the ball stolen away but knocked back into his hand, and Haken takes it. Lucas takes contact and a silly swipe at the ball from Jaron Paw. It's going to be his first foul, I believe. Check that. That's not his first foul. Tate Ahrens had his first foul right before that, and Jaron Paw's 3rd foul. And Nagel at the line makes a big free throw there. And that ties everything up at 32. So the Mustangs worked their way back in it here from a halftime deficit of 5 points. And Nagel can give the Mustangs a lead while the clock stopped at 4:46. Free throw coming from Nagel, and it is too strong. Rattles out, no good. DeHaan takes it. Hands it off to Jansen, who gives it back to Tate Ahrens. And 4:40, they'll cross the timeline. All tied up at 32. Number 32 with the ball. Passes it to DeHaan on the left wing. Well defended. Travel called on Trenton DeHaan. DeHaan well defended that time by Caleb Terhark and Josh Haken in tandem. All tied up at 32, folks. 4:25 to go. Josh Haken, Caleb Terhark, Lucas Nagel, elbow. And now back out to the top. Dalton looks at one. He's going to drive it in. Back out to Lucas at the free throw line, and that one's no good. DeHaan collects the rebound and quickly ahead to Grotenheis. Wide in through the paint, and the ball tipped. Last touch by they're going to say last touch by the Mustangs. It looked to me from this vantage point that it was the other way around.
Yeah, me too.
You too?
Mm-hmm.
So Tate Ahrens will inbound for the Dutchman with the head pat play. Tap of the head to DeHaan, top of the key. DeHaan takes the screen to the right. He'll go back to ball tipped. That ball is too short, but rebound to Grotenhuis. And Tate Ahrens from the long range, no good. Alec Eikens tracks it down. Gets it to Van Briesen, who's just up on his feet again. He's across the timeline. And he's going to take it clear into the paint and finds Jumbeck in transition on that secondary break. Gives the Mustangs their first lead here of the second half. 34-32, and timeout to the Dutchman. 30-second timeout. We're going to hear from our friends at Tree Shell.
When you need a case for your new iPhone,
treeshell.com.
when you need a case for your iPad,
treeshell.com.
when you need a case for your iOS devices, nobody makes them near as nice as
treeshell.com.
really good products that are made from wood.
treeshell.com.
Nobody makes them near as good as Tree Shell.
treeshell.com.
Treeshell.
treeshell.com.
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 Visit treeshell.com today.
We sell tree shell at the e-store. treeshell.com.
Well, I can tell you right now, folks, the crowd's going wild here. The Mustangs have rallied back now to a 2-point lead here after trailing by 5 at halftime. So a 7-point swing really in the score. And they just have had a few more things go right. That's really the main difference, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So they'll inbound to Josiah Jansen. Gets it quickly to Tate Ahrens, a hand in his face, and a ball rebound to Caleb Terhark. Terhark cut off by Jansen. Such a long stride that he cut Terhark off. He had to pull it out to the right wing. Now Jumbeck on the left side. Jumbeck with a crossover move. What a move. And now to Jensen. Now Alec Eikens in the corner. Caleb Terhark going to try it. Going to hand it off to Jumbeck from the elbow. And Jumbeck's shot too strong. No good. And Josiah Jansen in transition. Jansen going to take it in. Spin move to the left, high off the glass, and he came up dry. Dalton Van Briesen on the weak side rebound. Going to bring it up. Eikens going to measure a shot. Going to get it to Dalton again for 3 and drops it in. Dalton Van Briesen with a big 3-pointer. Now Tate Ahrens on the right wing. He'll pull up from anywhere. To Grotenhuis left side. DeHaan. Now Ahrens. They'll go around to the right side. Nice move inside and a slice through. Travel called on number 12, Roman DeYoung. Kind of had established his pivot foot and then jumped it off of the other one.
He's
and
counting on his fingers how many steps he took.
He's trying to play it back in his brain.
Not accepting the call.
Sorry, Roman. You took extra steps according to that official's perspective there. And I think you play that one back in your mind, you might see it different. But he thought he had a good basketball move, and instead there's a turnover. 37-32 Mustangs now in the lead. 2 minutes to go here in the third period. Brady Clausen into the lineup. Going to hand it off to Nagel. Nagel driving baseline. Ball bounced to Jensen, but it didn't get to him. And stolen out of there by the Dutchman in transition, Jansen. And they're going to go left side over to De Grotenhuis. Top of the key, DeYoung again. Right side to Jansen. Mustangs meeting with a 2-on-2 defense or a 2-3 zone, whichever way you look at it.
Mm-hmm.
And a minute 35 to go in the period. Mustangs defending well here. Roman DeYoung out to the corner. Trenton DeHaan. DeHaan cut off on the baseline drive attempt. Going to take it top of the key and a step inside the line Now the ball tipped, and Lucas takes it away. Brady Clausen going to take it. He's going to be whistled for the charge. Oh boy, we got a hard contact there. What happened?
I didn't see it. I saw him fall though.
Brady Clausen took hard contact. I think they're going to call Brady for a charge. I don't know what happens. Did they call the foul already?
I'm not sure.
Boy, hard contact on the floor, and Brady Clausen is down. I think he might have hit his noggin on the hardwood.
Yeah, he's rolling.
I think he's a little groggy, but he's working his way to his feet, which is a great sign to see. Our coaching staff is right there with him. Still no official call. They are going to call Brady Clausen, of all things, for the charge on that. So that's Brady's second foul on the night.
Guy next to me is saying that he went horizontal. And
yeah, he saw what happened. I didn't see what happened. He went horizontal, according to our neighbor here.
On his head and shoulder, kind of combined.
So he kind of took you can see the birds flying around him there. I think he's going to take a seat. He may be done for the evening. They're going to send him to the locker room to be evaluated. I think they've got a medical professional here. He's getting sportsmanship by the player that the contact was made, tapped him on the back and said, you know what, good try. So DeYoung took the charge and then went and gave kudos to Brady Clausen on a hard-fought game. So nice to see that sportsmanship. 37-32 Mustangs. Now the Dutchman in offense. Eli to Grotenhuis. Shot came up dry, and Dalton Van Briesen in transition from Austin Jensen. He'll look to Lucas Nagel, and now to Josh Haken, who will pull it back out above the spike line. 55 seconds. Top of the key to Nagel. Left side to Van Briesen, underneath to Haken. Haken going to step through, and that shot's off the glass, no good, but Jensen with the putback. Solid rebound from Austin Jensen.
That is our first offensive rebound, of the half.
Of the second half. First offensive rebound, and Austin Jensen is the one to get it. He's going to work his way to the line, and that free throw is up and rattles off the front of the rim, no good for Austin Jensen. 46.8 on the clock. Eli to Grotenhuis sitting down, and Tate Ahrens coming back in his stead. So Austin will have a free throw here to shoot, and that one is up, and that one's no good, and rebound goes to Jaron Paw. So Jensen coming up 0 for 2 from that trip to the stripe. Here's Roman DeYoung, Josiah Jansen on the right wing. Tate Ahrens well defended by Dalton Van Briesen. Roman DeYoung from the right elbow. Jansen again top of the key. Jansen looking to his left to DeHaan going underneath. Now Tate Ahrens over to the right again to Josiah Jansen. Top of the key now, 15 seconds left. Jaron Paw, they're going to have to try to do something here. 10 seconds left. Top over the top of the defense. Stolen. Dalton Van Briesen will have it. Lucas Nagel's got time. He's got the layup as time expires. Bingo for the Mustangs. That's the best thing they could have done there. They didn't have to rush, and Lucas got the pass in a wide open court there from Dalton Van Briesen in transition, and the Mustangs score as time expires with a nice layup from Lucas Nagel. So Lucas broke the ice there in the third period and now has gotten himself a couple of good made baskets. He's got a free throw, and he has worked his way back into his normal game. His normal game is to score several points and to make several good passes. This third period, he's back.
MOC only made 4 points that quarter.
They did. And the Mustangs scored 16. So 16-4. Is that what you have?
Yep.
16-4 period there for the Mustangs. They really needed to do something there in that third period, and they got themselves kind of out of the doldrums of the first half and really turned things around here in the third period. Now let's see if they can hold it together. They'll start the fourth and final period of regulation with the basketball. 8 minutes on the clock. And I think that lady's going to have a baby. Here we go, and it may be tonight. Okay, Dalton Van Briesen inbounds to Josh Haken. Nice pass over to the right side to Caleb TerHark. Now across again to Dalton. Dalton will take it baseline. He's going to get it to Josh Haken, nearly on the baseline. Haken takes it, spins to his left, and draws the contact he is so good at doing. He's going to work his way to the line for two, and that foul is on number 2-4. That's Jaron Paw's fourth foul, and Paw puts Josh Haken at the line inadvertently, and Haken makes the free throw. So Haken, 2 made free throws tonight, gives the Mustangs an 8-point lead now, 40-32 as we begin the fourth period. Haken makes it 9 with 2 made free throws. So Jansen, one of the taller players on the floor, kind of directing traffic from a near point guard type standpoint. They've got number 50 into the lineup, and Tate Ahrens at the free throw line. They'll go over to the left side to Grotenheis. Grotenheis driving baseline, and a nice pass to number 50, wide open to Austin Jeltema.
Got Brady coming back in the gym with an ice pack.
Oh, and Josh Haken with a move to the low post, scores, does Haken, and he works his way to the free throw line. That's another foul on the Dutchman. That falls on Trenton DeHaan, his first, and Haken's free throw is up and no good. Rattles out, no good for Haken. 43-34. And as Isabel said, Brady Clausen back in the gym. A throwaway turnover by to Grotenheis. Had an idea in mind, but the other player didn't see it coming and went the other way. So turnover by the Dutchman here with 7 minutes to go. Mustangs will inbound, and they'll work it across the timeline to Haken, down to the corner to Jumbeck. Inside, nice pass from, boy, that was 2 good passes, and Brady, or rather Dalton keeps it alive. Lucas tried something there, and it rattled off the bottom of the.
It was meant to be a pass, but it went a little higher.
Yeah, it went a little high and rattled off the bottom of the backboard. Here's that Jeltema kid, and he's got it baseline, took it over top of Haken. Haken stands his ground and takes the charge. Jeltema whistled for the strong move here, his second foul. Haken credited for standing his ground, and again, Brady Clausen in on his own power, but he has an ice pack, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Probably holding some ice on his noggin at times when he feels up to it.
I think he's got it on his back right
maybe his shoulder
or left.
He's leaning into it in the chair so it can. Mm-hmm. And Coach Fiedler is over there asking him, how many fingers am I holding up? Just talking to him about life in general right now, because there's a lot of things more important than this ball game when you've taken a hit like that. The ball way over top of the defense to Jumbeck, and Jumbeck inside and out. That ball rattles out, no good. Jansen too quick and takes the rebound. He's going to dish it out to Tate Ahrens. Deadly from 3, but no good. And Roman DeYoung takes a jump stop, no good. And the rebound to DeHaan, who finally puts it in. DeHaan with his 6th point from the field and closing that deal for the Dutchman. Mustangs across the timeline, way into the corner to Jensen, and they'll bring it back out to the Dutchman's left pocket out in the center of the court on the logo. And here's Josh Haken gets stripped. Trenton DeHaan too quick, and there's Caleb TerHark doing the same, taking the ball back away. Caleb TerHark in Boy, and there's a steal from Roman DeYoung, and then back to Jumbeck, and DeYoung fouls Jumbeck, and he's hot. He's not happy about the call. He's not at all happy about it. He was kind of laying on the floor and got called for a foul. He was kind of minding his own business by that point, I think. But he does not like the call. His second foul, Roman DeYoung's second, and that puts the 7th team foul on the board. It puts Jumbeck at the free throw line for a 1-and-1 bonus. So what do we have here? There seems to be a delay here of some kind. Oh, Roman DeYoung was getting a little counsel from his coach, I think, to say, look, it's a ball game. Get back in there. We need you. 5:31 on the clock. And Jumbeck hits the front end of a 1-and-1. Big free throw from Jumbeck. Landon Jumbeck at the line for his second free throw, and that one rattles out. No good, and Jensen tries to reach over and tip it out, but he's out of position. He gets called for that foul. Jensen's third, I believe, on the night. 44-36, 5:30 to go, and anything but over yet here, folks. Josiah Jansen brings it across with 5:30 to go, goes over top of the defense to DeHaan, and DeHaan takes the easy shot and is fouled on the way to the basket. It's a good pass over top from Jansen to DeHaan, and DeHaan was in between two Mustangs and took the contact and still made the basket. That fouls on Landon Jumbeck.
His first.
Here's the free throw up and good from Trenton DeHaan. It's up and good. Mustangs facing full court press here. They get it broken nicely. Dalton Van Briesen will bring it in to the free throw line and dish back out. Out at top of the key to Caleb Terhark. Dalton kind of working an angle from the right wing. Can't do anything with it. He's going to take it into the center of the wheel. He'll dish it back out to Haken, who will reset. 4:55 to go. Pass inside to Jensen. Oh, and he just bowled his way through there. No call and no joy on the putback. I don't think he could believe he was that open and missed the bunny and missed the putback. And here comes Josiah Jansen. He's going to work his way in. Blows the bunny on his own right. Nobody can hit a layup tonight. Here's Josh Haken across the timeline, and through there he's fouled on the way to the basket. I think it's going to be on
24.
Is it on Jaron Paw? That's his fifth foul. If so, he's out for the night. And he is sitting down with his fifth foul.
I thought he was just in for the first time. That's interesting.
He had a good night. Jaron Paw didn't have any points on the board, but is a defensive threat here for the Dutch. 44-39 the score, and Caleb Terhark free throw rattles out, no good. No joy on the 1-and-1 there, that time down for the Mustangs. Tate Ahrens to the right side to DeHaan. DeHaan going baseline. Got himself down there, and he bowls his way in, and Austin Jensen had to let him shoot. Gets his own putback, makes it a 3-point ball game now, 44-41. Mustangs working to break the press here. Caleb Terhark gets it to Dalton Van Briesen into the corner to Eikens, and it's a good pass to Jensen, but blows the layup. Jensen can't believe it. They're going to reset here, and in momentum, they're going to shoot the three as Tate Ahrens shoots it, no good. Rebound to Jansen. They're going to try it to Roman DeYoung. Drives the baseline out to DeHaan. Stepped on the line. No, it's a 3-point shot, and it's no good. And Dalton Van Briesen takes it across the timeline. Mustangs will reset now to the corner. Alec Eikens. Nice pass inside to Caleb Terhark. And it lays on the rim for what seemed like an eternity and drops in. So Mustangs 46. Dutchman 41, 3 minutes 13 on the clock. And Jeltema to Tate Ahrens. Ahrens on the left wing, Roman DeYoung out to Geltima. Geltima baseline. Back out to DeYoung. Three-pointer, and that one looks good, but it rattles off, hits the top of the rim, top of the backboard, and the far side official blows it dead. We're under 3 minutes to go here. Mustangs with a 46-41 lead and a 30-second timeout called by MOC Floyd Valley. So we're going to hear from our friends at Security Savings Bank.
This is Craig Manson, branch manager of Security Savings Bank in George. Now is a great time to stop in and discuss crop loans. We can help you make sound decisions about your farming operation for the upcoming year. I grew up on a farm and understand the challenges and benefits that go along with farming. I will take time to understand your unique farm operation and the situations you face. Our loans are approved locally by people you know. For help with your farm loans, count on Security Savings Bank of Larchwood, Inwood, George, and Canton. Member FDIC.
And we're coming back to live action here at MOC Floyd Valley High School. Mustangs will inbound with 3 minutes to go, 2:57 to be specific, and they'll get it into Lucas Nagel. They're facing full court press. Nagel off to his left. He's going to bring it across the timeline. He's going to take it all the way to the baseline and bring it back out. And he's called for a double dribble on defensive pressure by MOC Floyd Valley. 46-41. And the Dutch looking to cut back into this lead here. The Mustangs have established. They'll get it inside to DeHaan. DeHaan well defended, but a foul called on Lucas Nagel. Lucas fouled him with the body. That's going to be his second foul. And DeHaan works his way to the line. Trenton DeHaan will have 2 free throws here with the clock stopped at 2:32. Free throw up and good for Trenton DeHaan. Trenton DeHaan, second free throw up and good as well. He's 4 made free throws on the night. So now 2:22 to go here. Mustangs into the front court here. Haken well defended. Lucas Nagel right side to Dalton Van Briesen. Inside to Caleb. Nice trailing secondary break. And Lucas closes the deal at the rim. 48-43. 2:10 to go. Here's Jansen cutting in. And Roman DeYoung tries the three-pointer. Rebound to Dalton Van Briesen. Dalton's got the position, and to Grotenheist going to be whistled for the contact. That's going to put Dalton at the line with the clock stopped at 2:02. So free throws are going to be a big thing here. Mustangs have only committed 4 fouls. But MOC has committed 9. The next one they commit, it'll put Mustangs at the line for a 2-shot bonus. They're in the 1-and-1 bonus for the last foul here. And Dalton Van Briesen is the one to shoot them. So he's got to hit the front end of this to get the second one. He's at the line here, his first free throw attempt here of the night. Let's see what he can do. He's measuring it up, puts that one up, and that one rattles out no good. Rebound to MOC Floyd Valley's Josiah Jansen, who pulls it up in the high half court. He's going to take the screen and work his way to the right side. They'll go back to Roman DeYoung. Roman will take it inside. Spin move blocked by Caleb Terhark. It's out of bounds. Last touch by the Dutchman. And it'll be Mustang basketball. So here's Jumbeck inbounding to Haken. Haken brings it across. Dalton takes it. And now they'll reset to Haken, who drives into the paint. Wide open Jumbeck. That shot's up and no good. Rebound to Caleb Terhark. Somehow came out of there with it. And a timeout called by Coach Aaron Poorbear as minute 27 on the clock hits the scoreboard. And a great rebound fought for and gained by Caleb Terhark. Somehow came out of there with it, and Coach Poorbear immediately called timeout to rally his troops. Mustangs have come back from a big deficit here in this one and have got as much as a 7-point lead. It's currently 5, 48-43, and MOC Floyd Valley cannot find the answer right now. Let's see what the Mustangs can do off of this called timeout. We're just going to keep it right here. And wowzers, Isabel, wowzers. Which one?
I was just laughing.
So we're in here.
Mustangs will be inbounding under their own hoop.
Josh Haken doing the honors here. Gonna throw it in. Well, that was a quick 5 count.
I do not agree.
That was not 5 seconds. But it was according to that official, so the Mustangs turn it over on a 5-second count.
That was 3 seconds off the clock.
And here comes Tate Ahrens. He'll get it across the timeline with 1:20 to go. They'll go to the right side to Jeltima. Jeltima top of the key to DeHaan. Wide open for 3. That one to Jeltima, the rebound. Jeltima takes it up and gets it to Jansen. Jansen's been in there. The campfire went out. He was in there so long, and he'll get it out to DeHaan again. Long 3 ball, no good, and Dalton Van Briesen will get it across to Haken, who will bring it up. And now we're down to 54 seconds here. Haken fouled top of the key by Josiah Jansen, and Jansen claps his hand in disbelief here as this game is getting away from the Dutchman. And again, how many times has Haken worked his way to the line on contact by handling the ball well? Here's another example, and he hits that free throw. 4 made free throws for Josh Haken tonight. Jumbeck coming out. Alec Eikens coming in his stead for defensive pressure, presumably. 51.5 on the clock and a 6-point lead with a chance to make it 7. And no, that free throw rattles out. Jansen brings it across. He's going to bring it into the paint. Spin move to his right. Foul called. They're going to count the basket on continuation. This is an NBA continuation. If that foul was where he said it was, there's no way that basket should have counted, but they counted the basket for Josiah Jansen, and they're going to put him at the line.
Mr. Glanzer just shouted, "This isn't the NBA."
This isn't the NBA. So that's going to be a foul on Caleb Terhark, his first. And this continuation free throw here going to Josiah Jansen, up and good. Cuts the lead to 3 points. Timeout on the floor to MOC Floyd Valley with 44 seconds. And Mustangs have to regroup after that transaction there from having a 6-point lead to a 3-point lead, and now have the full court to navigate in order to get to keep the ball alive. So we'll see here. It's a 10th team foul on the Dutchman. So if they foul our Mustangs will have 2 free throws. And Mustangs have not yet put the Dutchman into the bonus. So this can be a 2-edged sword, because if somehow MOC comes down and hits a basket or gets into the lead somehow, then the Mustangs can't get the ball back until they commit 2 fouls. But that's a very, very big stretch of the imagination, given the fact there's 44.4 on the clock and the Mustangs have the basketball when we resume live action. So again, it's a mystery. And Jumbeck will do the inbounding, has permission to run the baseline when we come back to live action. The Dutchmen have been showing press here on the full court press. And so Dalton Van Briesen really wide open here, but now he's being guarded on the entry pass. So here comes Landon. Landon will get it to Lucas. Now to Caleb. Caleb across. He was fouled, no call. Going to take it to the left side. There's a foul on Tate Ahrens, so they got the clock stopped with 35.4. Ahrens' second foul there, and that's going to put Jumbeck at the line to shoot 2 free throws on the double bonus. Mustangs have 4 timeouts left, and MOC only with 1. That free throw's up and good. Oh, that's a big, big free throw here for Landon Jumbeck. His 5th made free throw and makes it a 4-point ball game now. And a big free throw here for Jumbeck, and that one's up and smooth and in. 6-point lead again. Check that 5-point lead, 51-46. And Mustangs will defend the full court here. Josiah Jansen will bring it across the timeline. 30 seconds to go. He's going to drive it into the paint. Going to take it across to Grotenhuis. Grotenhuis hits the 3.
That's their first 3 of the half.
So that's Kyle to Grotenhuis' first points of the night. Hits a 3-pointer, get the clock stopped with 21.9. So it's a big 3-pointer here for the MOC Floyd Valley Dutchman. And they get the clock stopped with 21.9. And a 2-point lead for the Mustangs. Well, that sounds like a thunderstorm.
I like it.
So the Mustangs drawing it up here in the huddle. Let's see what they come out with here when we come back to live play. Seems like a long timeout to me. You too?
Yes.
Seems like a long timeout. It's the last timeout given here for the Dutchman.
They're adding a second to the scoreboard for some reason.
They did indeed. So 22.4 on the clock. The entry pass to Nagel to Jumbeck to Terhark, and fouled in the back court. So they've got it stopped with 18.3. And Terhark with a free throw opportunity here. That's that foul is on number 50. That's Jeltema.
He'll have 2 shots.
Yes, 2 shots indeed for Caleb Terhark. 2 shots is right, Isabel. Let's see if he can hit them. Oh, and just came up short on that one. He's going to have to measure this. He's a very good free throw shooter statistically. He's not the guy you want to foul. I think he's probably 80 to 85% from the line on the season here. He missed that one. Second one, he'll step up and he'll hit that one. So we'll take that. Caleb Terhark, and that'll be a timeout by the Mustangs now. With 18.3, they've got to draw up some defense here. And a 3-point lead, 52-49.
You're listening to the GLR Radio Network. Corner Service in Little Rock is the place to go for all your vehicle maintenance needs. From oil changes to overhauls, get a set of new tires or even wiper blades to help with visibility. Let the professionals at Corner Service keep your vehicles running smoothly all year long. Their service station is located at 415 Main Street in Little Rock, and they can be reached by phone at 712-479-2794. That's Corner Service, Main Street in Little Rock, 479-2794.
And we're coming back to live action here. You can hear the Mustang crowd is excited here. Mustangs will have the ball. 18.3 seconds on the clock and a 3-point lead. And presumably the Dutchmen are going to go for a steal on the inbound play. Oh, check that. Mustangs have a 3-point lead after the made free throw. And now they have the full court to traverse. It's Josiah Jansen guarded by Caleb Terhark. 3-ball on the way, and it's no good. Rebound to Lucas Nagel, and Nagel fouled with 5.2 on the clock. Nagel could put it out of reach here with a free throw. Tate Ahrens committing his 3rd foul.
And Lucas will have 2 shots as well.
He will. He's got a double bonus here. So let's see what he can do. He's got no Mustangs on the lane with him, but he is not affected by that and drops in that free throw, makes it a 4-point game, 53-49. Mustangs all in the back court here now, 5.2 seconds. Nagel's free throw up and second one rattles out, which is what they needed. Tate Ahrens. Tate pops up from 3, doesn't hit it. A rare miss from 3 for Tate, and I think he was scoreless in the second half here. And the Mustangs come out of here with a big one, 53-49 at the end of regulation play here. And the scoreboard is clear, is an immediately clear. So 53-49, the Mustangs come out of here with a big one here tonight. And we're going to let you hear from the Pizza Ranch. We'll come back with our Pizza Ranch Impact Player of the Game right after this.
If you're getting mighty hungry, well, the best in the country is Pizza Ranch. You'll be feeling really great when you're filling up your plate at Pizza Ranch. 'Cause life tastes better down at Pizza Ranch. It's where life tastes better, so round 'em up and head her down to Pizza Ranch. Whoa, that's good.
Whoa, that's good. Well, our Pizza Ranch Impact Player of the Game tonight, Josh Haken. Josh had 2 for 6, and 6 is 12, and 4 is 16 points, but had just a great night and really caused headaches for the Dutchman with his quick move to the basket many times, and also very well played game by Landon Jumbeck with 10 points from the field and 6 points from the free throw line. 16 points for him as well. And Lucas just hit two really big free throws to put it out of reach here in our he had 2 free throws on the night, but hit 1 or 2 to put it out of reach, I should say. So a great night for Lucas. 6 points and 2 free throws all in the second half from Lucas Nagel. Good night for Caleb Terhark, especially defensively. Really came up big there defensively. Had only 1 foul, but had some tough assignments on defense. And I want to tip our hat to Brady Clausen, who really took he took a pretty good shot from the hardwood floor and came back in his own power. So I hope that he's all right. He ends up with 1 point from the free throw line on the night as well. And so if I've got anything missing, that's my apology, but a great night here for the Mustangs, coming out of here with a victory 53-49 after having trailed at halftime by 28-23. Anything you'd add from statistical standpoint?
I've got some interesting statistics. For MOC, in the second half, they missed 22 shots, and out of those 22, 14 of them were three-pointers.
So they missed 14 three-pointers.
Yes, and they shot 100% from the free throw line, and GLR shot 50% from the free throw line. And let's see, they had 13 fouls, MOC did, in the second half, which is pretty interesting.
Wow, that's a lot of fouls.
And combined for turnovers, MOC had 17, GLR had 10.
On the night?
Yes.
Yes, 5 in each half for the Mustangs, 10 in the second half for MOC. So again, the defense came up big for the Mustangs.
0 jump balls.
0 jump balls in the second half. In
All
the first
together.
half, I think that's a remarkable,
Other than
remarkable
the
outcome.
beginning.
So, I want to thank you for joining me here in the booth, Isabel, and good job again on the radio. Good job with the stats. Thank you for listening, folks. We'll be back on the air Thursday night in GLR. The GLR game will be on at 8 p.m. and the previous game will be on at 6:30 p.m. So tune in. We'll do our level best to bring you both of those games that night. And I want to want to congratulate the Mustangs on a great season. That's 11 wins for the Mustang Fellows here, and they're going to start their tournament opening round for them after an opening round bye. So they'll be in on the second round of the tournament next Thursday night. So stay tuned, folks. Thursday night will be the next broadcast here on the GLR Radio Network. Thanks a lot, folks.
Adios, amigos.
You're listening to the GLR Radio Network.